My life right now, I mean, we staying in ourselves. We get fed in ourselves. We don't come out ourselves at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. Like, they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the lines, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Yam, pam, jam.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, wow.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Speak up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, awesome. Where's Tory? Like,
tell Tony, all aboard. It's okay to jump on the love train.
I'm not jumping on the love train.
We might got a couple seats left. left.
Listen, he ain't going to be, Jordan Love will not be the starter in 5 years.
Trash. That's a trash.
That's just my take.
Now you're trying to string it out.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Well, I'll need some apologies from the staff of 101.7.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. I think the line's messing up. Hey, Eddie. Oh, I guess something happened with Eddie.
Hush up, boy.
And they have an agenda. And the agenda is a satanic one. I don't know why people don't talk about it. You can't talk.
Yo, they just empty.
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cups. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm.
Now, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue, and I'm here for the action.
And none but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Taco Tuesday.
Okay. And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Hey, thank you for joining me this February 25th, 2025. We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm going to need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Now, I got a couple things. It's gonna be another one y'all gonna have to really open up your ears. It's a lot of things we got to cover in the show today. We got guests today. Y'all know how we do the guests at 2 p.m. But I was talking to somebody, and it was an interesting point that I want to bring to my listening audience today. And to some of y'all may understand this, and some of y'all may need to reevaluate this. But what does it mean to follow the leader? To follow the leader. And who is the leader, DJ Brother Z? Like, many times it's Black History Month, and we look back at our past leaders. You know, we look at those that came before us and we say, that was a great leader. You know what I mean? And many times a lot of our leaders, you know, they were gunned down. They were killed. They were murdered. And when we get to 2025, what does leadership look like? And you got to be careful when you start jumping behind leadership, because you're only going to go as far as the person you're allowing to lead. And I always tell people that no matter if it's in the home, or no matter if it's, you know, if you join an organization, or if you join, you know, you only can go as far as the person in the front, you know. And I always tell people, like, be careful, because you got to make sure that when you're following leadership, you got to make sure that you pay attention to the action of the leader and not so much the words, because words can come up. People can study a sermon. People can kind of do some research and come up with something powerful to say. But what you can't do is fake action, you know, do action work, like commitment, where you placing your time and energy. You can't fake that. But the smoke and mirrors, you know, people can kind of talk and direct many times, and they may not even be involved. They just reading, doing a lot of research, got a lot of facts, got a lot of numbers. But when you look at the action, you don't see it. You don't see none of it. That's why I don't like a lot of these people that's talking about, a lot of people that be talking about God, and they said God told them to do this and do that. Well, God is an action. God is an action. God is not, you know, you got to supposed to take the principles from the word. The word is already there. The principles is in the word. And it's telling you what to do. So a lot of people will talk and present. I said our community, it's a make it sound good, make it look good community on our side of the fence. Because when they got to go to the other side of Milwaukee, or the other townships in Milwaukee, they can't pull that off. They can't pull that off. You can't just say something in other communities. They're going to demand action, because a lot of their residents are active. You know, when you go into those better ran communities and you walk down the street, they looking out the window. They know who's walking down the street. If you go over there at a certain time, you know, the police going to come talk to you. Because when you walking down the street, the police going to come see you. What you doing here? What's going on? Are you all right? You know, because they got people out there watching, actively involved, watching and trying to keep up what they done already got, trying to keep up the property taxes and all the other stuff that they got invested in their area. Okay. But when you get in our community, everybody is the leader. Everybody want to talk their way into leadership. A lot of jaw jacking. A lot of people scrambling to find out something powerful to say so they can be the leader. They can say they the leaders. They want to be the leader. So I was interested in this, because I asked the person, I said, well, who's the leader? Who is your leader? Who are you following to measure where you got to go? Leadership. Is it the mayor? You following that? Is that, you know, the leader? Or county executive? Is that the leader? Or is it somebody from an organization, your pastor, who the leader around here? And they can't tell you. But every week I see on the news somebody trying to lead the community. Somebody on the news. Every other week we get a new leader on the news. Even if it's a little boy, DJ Brothers. Especially during February, especially during Black History Month. If they say something powerful, that's the new leader. You know that we always only on the north side where it's unclear who the leader is. Okay? Because if you go over to the Jewish community, they got the rabbis. You know, they got the rabbis. If you go into the Native American, they got the chiefs. You know, a couple of ideas got chiefs around. You know, they got a designated idea on the leadership. And you don't see white people running around here talking about I'm the leader of the white community. You don't see that. You don't see a regular Native American running around here talking about I'm the leader of the Native Americans. They know not to say that. You don't see that nowhere else. Why? Have you ever asked why? Because that comes with a structure in the organization. And they know that they're not the leader. You never see a white person in Sherwood say, I'm the leader of this community. No, they may be the block captain. They may be over an organization. They may lead certain ideas in the whole piece of the puzzle of community, but they don't say they're the leader. But we get average Joe, anybody that, you know, can get some attention. There's people on TikTok saying they the leader. It's DJ Brothers. If you go viral, they the leader. You know, they no structure. Every week it's a new person popping up talking about they running things. I don't know. It's we the only community that I see this happen. But that's because it's no structure. And the people that's coming to you that got the titles, they trust me, when you see them on the north side, they do not act like they do when they go to like Sherwood or if they go to the white townships. They over there presenting something that's tangible. I'm talking about, they act like they don't know this is going on. But when they come to the north side, it's keep hope alive, keep hope. They feed us hope on the north side. But they go over to the other communities and they trying to get stuff done for real. Because those voters on the other side, they don't play that. They not the leader on the other sides. They serving these people. They go to the other communities and serve them. We got the county executive talking about the Ukrainians somewhere I saw in the paper, saying that he over there with the Ukrainians and that he gonna help work and fight for their struggle. The Ukrainians. But I ain't seen the mayor or none of these people talk about what's going on with Hackam. I ain't seen none of them talking about what's going on with the housing authority, throw a press conference and say they're gonna uphold these people's rights to live in a decent place. I ain't seen it. So when we talk about leadership and we talk about what's going on in our communities, that's the one thing you better get straight. Who's representing you, and are they representing your best interest? Because we got leadership here that's representing other people's best interests. We see it all the time. They have a press conference. Look at them on the other ideas outside of the north side, and they trying to make action. They trying to put some policies in place. They really working. They don't run that. They over there listening as a servant. But when they come to our community, we don't get the same energy and they look like us. And I'm just this ain't nothing personal. This is me telling the truth from what I'm seeing. All right. All I'm saying is the conversation about leadership could get tricky. And when we elect people, many times they forget to serve. And they think that they running things. How you running things on and saying that you the leader and no action? And when you follow actionless leadership, you don't get no tangible outcomes. Everybody else getting tangible outcomes for them specifically. But when it comes to our community, we got to go through all the red tape. We got to wait. We got to have hope. We got to hope that they write something down, DJ Brother Z. Ain't nobody else hoping. The people that was coming over here, the illegal migrants, wasn't hoping for no money. The Ukrainians over here, they not hoping for no money. The Ukrainians and the Afghanistans been over here for a couple years now, and you don't hear from them, but they getting support. They got our county executive over there supporting them. Okay. I'm not, if that's what you want to do. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to the people in our community and on the north side in the black townships, where is the leadership? I'm not the leader. If I was the leader, everybody would be helping somebody. That's how I know I ain't the leader. People only do what the leader do. So if everybody ain't helping everybody, I can't claim to be the leader. Am I somebody that's bringing a message and doing work? Yeah, but am I the leader? I can't be the leader. Because if I was the leader, people would be helping each other. People would be working together to get stuff done. I'm not the leader, and people say, Tory, that's how they try to get you. Oh, you a leader. No, I'm not. I'm not no leader. I'm not the leader of this community, because if I was, everybody would be doing what the leader does. Trying to fix things, trying to help things, trying to, everybody do a little, nobody got to do a lot. That's my leadership. If it's going to be any leadership going on from I know I'm not the leader. I'm the helper. I'm the one that they call for help. All I'm saying is what I'm seeing. And all I'm trying to tell you, you got to be careful when you talk about leadership, because that means a lot on your behalf. This is the person that's supposed to represent you. Now, if you see a leadership out here, you got to ask yourself, are you behind this? You backing this? What are they doing to make sure the advancement of your community and what your best interests are, is that happening? That's it. All right, when we come back, we're going to get into the show. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Take me to your leader. And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke.
As clutch of a player to ever play basketball.
It's game time on Season 4 of Behind the Bucks on Bucks Plus.
This year, I was like, I need to impose myself more on this team.
Explore Damian Lillard's journey to becoming a top 75 player in NBA history.
That's what really had me feeling like this is going to be great.
Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker, and H&R Benefits Consultant. Find Bucks Plus on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and wherever you get podcasts.
The award-winning 1017 The Truth proudly celebrates Black excellence and the most monumental moments in our history. Tune in all month as we celebrate the voices, stories, and achievements that have shaped history and inspired the future. 1017 The Truth's celebration of Black History Month is sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, College Bound, Character Strong, Educators Credit Union, Achieving More Together, the Freighter, and the Medical College of Wisconsin. Let's push ahead. And American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
What's poppin', Truth Nation? It's your girl, Noni Juice, from my friends at Steinhafels. Steinhafels President's Day mattress sale is the best time to save big on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable base sets, plus get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Queen Tempur-Pedic mattresses start at just $50 per month. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic? The President's Day mattress sale, only at Steinhafels and steinhafels.com.
Be the MVP of gift giving with a Milwaukee Bucks gift card. From exhilarating Bucks experiences to unforgettable Fiserv Forum events, your gift card recipient can score tickets to Bucks games and other events through the Ticketmaster box office. Shop exclusive gear at the Bucks Pro Shop or get a favorite snack at Fiserv Forum's concessions. It's a win-win gift that lets them choose their experience. To purchase a gift card, visit bucks.com/giftcards.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, the Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Have you ever heard of that pastor Thaddeus Matthews? DJ, the cussing pastor? Well, it's a pastor that was out here. His name was Thaddeus Matthews. Controversial pastor. He cussed a lot. He got into a lot of drama. And I'll say this. It's so many different versions of pastors now. I don't know I can't keep track. When I was coming up, it was different. It was a different time. But now they got all these different versions of people that's out here, preaching, I guess. So the popular Memphis pastor, Thaddeus Matthews, died. I guess he died Monday, February 24th. I guess according to what they're posting from his wife. And he was known as the cursing pastor, DJ Brother Z. Thaddeus Matthews. I know a lot of y'all seen him. If y'all online on social media, y'all saw some of his antics. Even had I guess he had a sex tape. Yeah. I mean, ridiculous. But I guess, see, and this is what I'm saying. We got to understand the leadership concepts, because a lot of these ideas is running wild off the chain, and we just listening to anybody that got a good word. You know what I mean? And Thaddeus Matthews, he had a little following, but I want to go into this story about, and somebody had sent me this story, Truth Nation, about this young girl who dad was a pastor, and she got touched on by her father. The daughter started to speak out. This is a Tulsa pastor from Tulsa. And somebody sent me this, and, I was like, see, this is what I'm saying. Actions. You gotta make sure, because a lot of people it's easy to talk about, to misdirect people and use God as a way to do it. But many times the actions, if you start staring at the actions and some of the principles, if you line up the principles with the action, it don't add up. And now this daughter is coming out, and this was a couple months ago where this daughter started coming out, speaking out about her father, who got charged with raping her and incest. Supposed to be the pastor, but the daughter got the message for everybody. Got a powerful message for everybody. If y'all watching as we broadcast live on YouTube, let's listen.
We begin with a Tulsa pastor charged with raping his own daughter. And tonight she tells us coming forward is key to her recovery.
Pastor B.M. Bailey Sr. was a staple of the North Tulsa community, but now he's in the Tulsa County Jail, accused of numerous charges, including first-degree rape and incest. I'm Braden Bates. Harmony Oates is his daughter. She's trying to rebuild build what she says was taken from her starting when she was just in the 6th grade. She was ready to share her story, sitting down with me, telling me her message to those living in the shadow.
It feels like I'm not in the shadows anymore. Think of a 13-year-old girl confused about who her true love is because her dad is saying, I'm your boyfriend.
Pastor Bailey's position as a community leader was something that challenged Oates.
I knew how to set a boundary, but whenever he's your father and whenever he's a pastor and whenever he has this authority and he has a record, it's like, you say no, but what does your no mean?
She says she was alone, suffering in silence as her father inappropriately touched her.
He would pray over me at first, but he would do a lot of touching while he was praying.
She says the years of manipulating made her ask questions.
The thing is, whenever I was a kid, I separated my dad from who he was. I had to. That's the only way I survived. I would call him my best friend, only to hide the reality of what I was living.
She tells me she first told her husband, an older brother, then had the difficult conversation with her mom. Now she's taking his alleged sexual abuse public.
Coming out of the darkness by speaking out makes you a survivor. That's what I would say.
She says she hopes others feel empowered to speak out. In her recovery, she's rediscovering God, separate from her father.
I'm learning on trusting God more, and I know He has me, and He has every other victim, and I know that He has been guiding me through this whole journey. And I know He will comfort me like a father, even though my dad did not.
Pastor Bailey is charged with 2 counts of first-degree rape, incest, forcible sodomy, and first-degree burglary. Braden Bates, 2 News.
All right. Hey, look, like I said, leadership, many times, when we talk about that, we got to include community ideas because some of these people choose to take positions and get out in the community, get around, the community and do certain things. And it makes people raise an eyebrow. And many times when I talk about these things and leadership and the church and the politics and the what they doing, mismanagement of funds, and a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't like when I talk about these things because this directly affects everybody in the community. Many times a lot of people benefit from these status quo ideas. They personally benefit from the way things are. You say, why things ain't changing? Because a lot of people making money off of the way it is through taxpayers' dollars, getting their buddies in seats, getting people in positions. I remember we was trying to do the recall on the superintendent, and one of the pastors in the community, they went and got a pastor, knowing that these people should be fired, knowing that this ain't right. And then, he got up there and tried to vouch for what was going on, the pastor, for those that was in attendance. I was shocked. I came out the church. I was a deacon in the church. So when I seen the pastor step up, I said, what kind of discernment do this man got? Y'all always talk about discernment and how God, I don't believe God talking to you. I mean, honestly, if you behind some foo-foo and it go down and you on the wrong side of it, how God talking to you? I'm interested. Maurice M. says, with all the OnlyFans and porn stars out here, he chose to do that to his daughter. Yeah, all I'm saying is, it's a reality going on, and they want you to be delusional. They want y'all to live in a delusionality so they can keep funneling the money through the back end. Understand that we have to regroup, rethink, and reshape. If we want to move forward, that is a must. That has to happen. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have a Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Thank you, Truth Nation. Because of your unwavering and incredible support, we are proud to announce that we are officially sold out for our first annual Truth Community Awards. We are so excited to celebrate excellence, passion, and the power of community with you on Friday, February 28th at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. This will be an evening filled with entertainment, heartfelt stories, and celebrating our city with the 1017 The Truth team. Congratulations to the 10 award recipients we will honor that night. They are Dr. Tamika Johnson, Eric Shake James, Ebony Solly, Carvel Brooks, Chris Abele, Walter Stern, Latrice Harris, Melody Madden, Justin McCoy, and Minister Kevin Simmons. Thank you for all of your positive contributions to the city of Milwaukee and beyond. The Truth Community Awards is presented by Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. Visit paysbig.com. Sponsored by Community Advocates, where meeting basic needs inspires hope. And brought to you by the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Mama, what does the chicken say?
Chicken. Oh, okay.
And wolf?
Oh, a wolf. Ooh!
What about the tiny dog? Cat? Owl? Dolphin? What does the turkey say? Whale?
Whale sound.
Do the giraffe.
Giraffe, really? Okay. Giraffe.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Make history at the amazing 10th Annual UNCF Mayor's Mass Ball on March 29th. Join Mayor Cavalier Johnson for an unforgettable evening that will transform lives. Every dollar raised helps promising local students achieve their college dreams through vital scholarships. This premier gala doesn't just celebrate our community, it builds future leaders. Be a part of Milwaukee's most meaningful social event of the year. Reserve your place now at uncf.org/MMB. That is uncf.org/MMB.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Seriously injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, it's time to start jamming with juice. This is the Pop Culture Report with Carrie Noni and Ben-Jamin on the Tory Lowe Show. Tap in to see what's trending today on Pop Culture Report.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Ben-Jamin.
It is amazing.
And Carrie Noni. Juice.
Yeah, I was keeping it juicy, y'all.
Juice World. What's happening in? Hey. I seen you over there. I seen something on social media, Carrie. I seen you post something with the Bucks. Like you had a microphone. What's going on with that?
Yeah.
Like, can you give me a brief understanding of what that post was about? You was out there with the Bucks.
I was out there with the Bucks. So on Sunday, they asked me to be a guest host for the game. And they highlighted me in the beginning for all the work I do at The Truth and with the Brewers and Marquette. And yeah, they just asked me to guest host for, I don't know if it was like for Black History Month or what, but yeah, it was fun.
You just said, okay, let's get it.
Yeah, let's get it, bro. That's what I did, and I did it well.
Oh, as usual.
As usual. I just had to, they let the juice in the building, so I had to.
But that's what you do. You juiced it up.
I had
let it spill.
Drop a little juice on them real quick. Yeah, I did let it spill. And it was fun. It was really fun. Everybody who was at the game, they're like, oh my God, I saw you, and taking pictures and sending it to me and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was my first time, but who knows? No, I'm kidding. But, yeah, it was fun.
How does it feel, Noni Juice, to start becoming the superstar you always knew you were?
What? What do you mean?
Stuff you got going on with the Brewers, things that you have going on with the Bucks.
You still host the Brewers, right?
Yeah, season's coming up.
The season is coming up.
How many games? Is that all home
81
games?
home games.
You got a morning show? You're the youngest voice in Milwaukee on air.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
And I'm probably the only person in the city who has done like most of the Milwaukee teams, who has hosted a game for a Milwaukee team.
And I can agree with that. So how does it feel?
You got the Packers in there?
Not yet. I do want to do a Packer game. I got to hit up my girl Deja. That's your cousin, right? Yeah, I got to hit up my girl Deja. She's so sweet. Maybe we could do a joint thing or something like that. The two black girls in game hosting and stuff for the Packers. Then I really could cross it all off. But it feels cool. You know, I think sometimes when you in it, it's hard to feel it.
Okay.
Because you just in it and you do it every day. So to others, it might look differently than how it feels to me. But I'm honored and blessed to be able to do all of these things.
Well, we are proud of you, Juice.
Thank you.
So wait,
proud of Juice World.
So let me ask you a question, Juice.
What is this, bro? Am I the pop culture report?
I just got a question.
You doing pop culture stuff?
You doing pop culture stuff.
What's up?
I mean, for a young woman out there who is trying to follow in the shoes of Carrie Noni, you know, what is some advice that you would have for those young ladies out there, you know, to attain the success that you have? You know?
I would always tell
to
people
develop the mindset that you have.
Yeah, I would
to carry yourself the way that you do. How would you advise a young lady to do that? Because you know.
Because I know what.
Because you know.
Because I know what. I'm not answering your question.
Because you know,
Juice
World, Juice World, that these young women out here are very impressionable by what they see on the TV screens, by the sexy reds of the world, and you know the young Miamis of the world. But how does a young lady become the Noni Juice of today?
Just stay true to yourself. I would say, don't let nobody change who you are. You know, don't be anybody but you. And always create your own opportunities. That's like my biggest one.
But what does that mean for you? Like, what does that mean for you? How have you went to create your own opportunities, Noni Juice?
Tory, get Ben.
What?
Well, he got a whole morning show, and he want to get on with a pop culture report.
None of these questions.
See, that's what I'm saying.
What?
Ben, you got an orchid in here. What's going on?
Right.
You done brought an orchid in here. I'm just trying to figure out what's this plant that you done brought into the studio today.
So Noni Juice is such a big star, y'all, that GKB ordered about 24 different orchids. All right, 24 different orchids. And she's such a big star. They told me to come down here and actually give her this orchid.
Oh, wow.
No, they
that's
did
what
not.
they told me. So here you go.
Bro, he's lying.
Tap in on YouTube, Truth Nation.
Tory,
Tap
he's
in right now.
lying.
I have to give Noni Juice her orchid. Hold on, Truth Nation.
What was the orchid for, Juice?
I have nothing to do with this.
Hold on. Here you go.
I'll tell you. Put it back down, Ben.
Yeah, take your orchid. Yeah.
Let me tell you about the orchid. GKB upstairs always putting these orchids on the tables, and sometimes when they have leftovers, they ask us who wants them, and Ben got one, and he's gonna give it to his lady. That's why I'm like, why are you over here forcing it, saying that this is my orchid?
Here we go.
All I'm saying is, Truth Nation, Noni Juice is such a big star that when she does big things, they always come around with all these big old orchids, okay? And like she said, there's a whole pack of them up there, but they left one specific one for Carrie Noni Juice. You can ask Sherwood. And they told your boy Benjamin to bring it down to Carrie Noni Juice because she's such a big star, and just to let her know that we appreciate her stardom. All right, you know. I heard the big O was for I heard the O in orchid was for the big O, you know, Oprah. But today, you know, I think the C stands for Carrie in there.
Oh, wow.
So, hey, man, you got it, Juice. You got it, man.
Here we go.
I got the juice.
You got the juice.
Thank you, Benjamin.
What else is going on out here in these pop culture
Please get him off of me.
Hey, all I'm saying is, you know, we got to celebrate our own. And sometimes we don't give the people that are doing things their flowers, you know. So with that being said, Tory Lowe, you said over this weekend you actually went out to a dope event. You went out to a dope event over this weekend, and you celebrated.
Yes, Eric Shake. Eric James. Shake.
Yeah.
He did a situation with, he's the owner of Clicks.
Correct.
And Adidas. And I guess he put on social media to the public, I guess this was a public thing. Who do you believe that Adidas and he should be honoring?
Right.
And then people kind of
Tory Lowe
and a couple other people that was involved, and then he got us all together and we had a nice sit down. It was very intimate. It was a very intimate setting, and he contributed to our organizations as well. So that was powerful.
Now, Tory, how did that make you feel?
Oh my God!
Here we go.
Oh, man. How did it make you feel, Tory? Because this is, we talk about these types of ideas all the time, Tory. We talk about the circles, squares, and
people on the front lines,
Yeah, and people on the front lines, and everything seems to be coming full circle for you now.
Well, I always say that everybody, this is going to be a great year for those that are putting in the work. And what a better way to start out the year with some of the people that are on the front lines being recognized.
Right.
Not only being recognized, but actually getting some kind of donation ideas for their work. And I think that was the first event I ever attended like that. Because most people, they'll say, oh, Tory, great job, and you send you out the door.
Yeah.
And so I think that starts the beginning of, the reverse, where now you may have the support if you're continuing to do the real work. People are going to identify that, and they're going to pour into your ministry or whatever you got.
That's so beautiful, Tory. That's so beautiful. Because as Noni Juice is being awarded, as Tory Lowe is being awarded, what do you know, Truth Nation? This Friday, February 28th, if you haven't bought your tickets, your ass is out, okay, because it is completely sold out. The Truth's very first annual Community Awards is happening this Friday, February 28th at 5:30 p.m. at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. And I can't wait for it.
Hey.
I can't wait for it. We have
Hey, but it is powerful, though. But the brothers and sisters out here doing the work, that's going to be another great event this Friday.
I like that we honoring some white people, too.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a lot. It was like 3 white people we awarding some awards to.
Out of 10, but what I'm saying
like
is,
three out
it's a lot. But the people that's doing the work in the community, you want to spotlight that as well,
100%.
and they are contributing to the community as well. But like I said, we want to make sure that we have a well-rounded idea of what it looks like to help and give and bring real results. And I was talking at the top of the hour about leadership. A lot of times when we talk about leadership on the north side, anybody could pop up and say they the leader, you know what I mean? Or they'll get on the news and say, I cut 10 heads, they trying to change the community. I think that we need to start reorganizing how we talk about leadership ideas, because if you look in the white community, you never see nobody in Sherwood that raise their hand and say, oh, I'm leading this community. Yeah. You never see it in the native, you never see none of that. But in our community, every other day, somebody's the new leader of the community.
Oh, we looking for a leader.
But what I'm saying is that's just a weird idea, because if it's all sporadic and out of control, then there's no consistency with the idealisms to benefit you. So we got to start understanding that we have to work together as a group. And then the idealisms of people that are working hard, that's why I say the brothers and sisters on the front lines that's willing to make that sacrifice, we got to uplift them to continue to do the work to get some tangible outcomes. And many times, a lot of our leadership, you can't see any work on the ground. You can only see the polish, the presentation, but there's no real ground ideas there to maintain over the long haul. And so this is going to be a great year for the brothers and sisters on the front lines. It's already starting out really good.
Now, do y'all think when it comes down to the community awards that we are having this Friday, February 28th, which is completely sold out, starts at 5:30 p.m., the awardees that are coming out to be awarded, do you believe that the community kind of starts there when we talk about, there's not a specific leader who's going to be awarded at the community awards. However,
I think this is more. I think this is more front lines.
Gotcha.
I think our award shows are more front line because I helped design it. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to make sure that the brothers and sisters that's out here working are lifted up. And so this ain't that title type award show type idea. Yeah. These are frontline people that's actually got some action going on that you can actually get involved. They're involved. You see them. This is what we need to uplift in our community, because what we don't see is a lot of action.
Do you think that these awardees that we're awarding at the Community Awards this Friday, is this the beginning of forming some kind of Justice League or Avengers or Voltron?
No, I don't know. I think that you got to make frontline work popular first. You know, I think that the greater idea is to make it popular because all these other ideas are extremely popular.
Yeah.
When it comes to community, like, you know, the G code, you know, all these, you know, rappers talking about this and that, you know, they make things popular. So even though we're not involved in it, it's so popular that we have to deal with it. So I think that now we have to make people on the front lines that's willing to do the work. We got to make that extremely popular and reward these people and support these people so we can flip a lot of these idealisms that are going on that may not end in a positive result-based concept.
Right. No, that makes sense. But then in thus...
Here we go.
I got a question on the other side.
Come on. We got to go to break. When we come back, I guess we'll start with some pop culture.
About damn flowers.
So
Take it. I
Pop
didn't want
Culture
it in the
Report,
first
Truth
place.
Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You cannot look me in the face and tell me that America is the greatest country in the world when you have people who cannot have access to quality health care.
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
We need to change the structure of insurance companies to make them nonprofits so that there's not a profit motive for you to make up your mind as to whether or not you're going to help somebody.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth.
If you've ever worried about your heart, if you've ever loved someone with heart disease, if you've ever wondered if you're the one at risk, let's remind ourselves that we are not powerless. Because at the Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, we're pushing to outsmart heart and vascular disease by working with you personally to understand your history, assess your risks, and guide you to heart strength. By digging deep with tireless research and offering access to leading-edge clinical trials. And for the most serious conditions, including heart failure, heart valve disease, arrhythmias, and vascular diseases, we provide renowned expertise and the most advanced life-saving procedures you expect from academic medicine. So let's get out in front of heart disease. Let's outsmart it. Let's keep pushing so that every one of us can outrun it and embrace every beautiful day life in Wisconsin has to offer. To learn more about our nationally renowned heart and vascular care, visit froedtert.com/heart.
I walk on the shoulders of giants who have come before me.
I am grateful for those who changed yesterday.
But I live in today.
And I pledge I will help shape tomorrow.
Milwaukee College Prep Scholars honor Black History Month not just during February, but each and every day they walk through the door, preparing for a better life for themselves and the world around them. Enroll your scholar at MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm. Forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy, where you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the uncommon coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, it's time to start jamming with juice. This is the Pop Culture Report with Carrie Noni and Benjamin on the Tory Lowe Show. Tap in to see what's trending today on Pop Culture Report.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Benjamin.
It's amazing.
And Carrie Noni Juice World.
Yeah, I was keeping it juicy, y'all.
what's happening in? What else is going on in these pop culture streets?
Okay, so I'm a little confused, T-Lo and Benjamin, because I've seen some talks of Kanye West working with The Game, and now Beyonce's mom, Tina Knowles, is in the picture with a couple of things going on.
What?
So let me just try to break this down to y'all. So y'all know how Jennifer Hudson's show has this thing called the Spirit Tunnel, where when you're a guest on their show, they walk down this Spirit Tunnel and they do their little dances. Yeah, like one of the most popular ones is that.
Mufasa.
Exactly. But everybody who's a guest gets to walk down and have this moment. So I guess Miss Tina Knowles.
Jimmy, it's amazing.
They would say that is Tina Knowles was the guest on Jennifer Hudson's show, and she was walking down the aisle, right? And so they posted. The Game ended up putting a comment down in underneath it and said she looks amazing for 46 years old. Now, obviously, Miss Tina Knowles is not 46 years old, but he says that. Kanye says The Game finna slide for the guys. I'm like, oh, wow. What is going on here? And somebody else had commented and said, what does this even mean? Talking about Kanye. And then The Game commented and said, no one knows what it means, but it's provocative. So apparently, The Game has a song coming out called Tina, and it is produced by Kanye West. But some people are upset, thinking that these two are going a little bit too far when it comes to Miss Tina Knowles, because The Game slid in Tina Knowles' DMs and put a banana emoji. And nobody understands what that is.
So they subliminally saying something took place.
I don't know if they saying something took place, or I don't know if they're trying to make this a marketing idea for the song when it drops. We don't 100% know if the song is going to be about Miss Tina Knowles specifically, or is it just a line in the song that mentions Tina Knowles.
Maybe Tina likes
for
bananas.
The Game to put the banana, they're saying, bro, why are you messing with people's moms? Like, you need to chill out. Because if Jay-Z start getting mad and it's like, bro, that's my mother-in-law, stop playing around with her.
Jay-Z already don't mess with The Game.
Exactly. Well, I didn't know that, but yeah. So it's like, was that disrespectful in y'all opinion that he's sliding her DMs? And Kanye actually posted the picture of the DM, and he said, this is Game's phone, saying that this DM is from Game's phone, and he put a banana emoji in the DM.
Man, I wouldn't put it past Miss Tina Knowles, the cougar that she is. She might have already slid onto The Game's banana.
What?
Hey,
So you think
she just recently got divorced, right?
Yeah, like a year ago. You know, she only wanted a guy for his money.
You know, I never thought that Wendy Houston would mess around with Ray J.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Those Hollywood women, they
be looking at the youngsters now, and they say The Game, man, it's like a little baby's arm. That's what they say.
What?
Yeah, they said
what?
They said
what do you mean by that? Here we go.
Look, if you ever watch Belly 2, in the first 5 minutes, you can see a nice package up on that thing. Okay.
Why are you talking about another man's package?
What are we talking about?
What are you talking about?
I'm reporting the news.
You're compromised.
I'm reporting the news.
That wasn't news.
That was definitely sus.
That was the gayest thing you've ever said.
Oh, wow.
All right, if other folks are talking about it, why can't I?
Here we go.
Why do you want to? That's what I'm concerned about.
I'm trying to be as vulnerable with my audience as I can. All right, so I can paint the picture.
I think that the audience would have rather not heard that.
You should have took that to the grave.
I don't know. Somebody gonna go watch Belly 2 after this.
I just think you're compromised.
Well, what I will say is that there are people who have said that when it comes down to The Game, he is a gentleman who loves to please the women, and I think that's something that Miss Tina Knowles is looking for.
I get it, but even outside of that, like, I feel like they're trolling her, and they shouldn't troll people's moms. I feel like you should just leave people's moms out of it, because if somebody were to mention Donda and he'll be all mad that somebody talk about his mama, or I don't know who The Game's mama is.
But didn't he say this? He was behind some of the rituals that killed his mama.
That man says
when he
a
was
lot
going
of stuff.
crazy, yeah, when he was starting to do all those rants.
Yeah, he was saying he feels like responsible pretty much for what happened to her. But it's just like, leave people's mama alone. Like, that's Beyonce mama. Like, she ain't doing nothing to nobody.
But we don't know how Miss Tina really gets down.
Okay, but that's not for the world to speculate about now.
For all we know, this is, like you said,
it's just called respect. Like, have some respect for your elders.
For all you said, this is a whole marketing ploy. Obviously, you don't have to take.
And they working on an album album.
They're working on an album.
They trying to put out an album. They need promotion.
Yeah.
They know that we would be talking about this.
Yeah.
This is not the way you do
And when it's Hollywood, everybody up for grabs.
And what they say, sex sells. So
Right.
they push the sexual innuendo.
And you talking about?
mean to tell me if they put a banana emoji in your mama DMs, you wouldn't have a problem?
I'd be like, you know what, Ma, how much money they got?
Oh, wow.
So you would pimp your mama out?
I didn't say I was going to pimp her out. I'm just asking how much money they got.
Well, you talking about Kanye West, a person that took his wife to the Grammys.
He said that was her look. Her she wanted to dress like
she was a grown woman, you know.
Here we go.
Ultimately, again, we don't know how these people are shaking hands behind closed doors for new marketing rollouts. Obviously, Kanye West, when it comes down to being innovative towards rollouts for his albums, it's always some, out there type of idea that he presents to us.
Why are they so connected?
Well,
They always the Game and Kanye West have always been. Yeah, when Kanye West was on the come up,
locked in.
They got songs together. They've always been locked in.
Kanye worked on the Game's first album.
Yep.
Dreams is actually a Kanye West beat. I can go on and on, but they've been locked in since day one.
Always been friends.
Yep, always been friends.
Sometimes you just gotta let your friends chill out.
Is anybody checking for a Game album? Though?
I am. I love the Game. I listen to Drillmatic. Oh my God, the documentary too. I'm telling you.
I didn't like the fact that when he tried to rap like Eminem and he tried to
the Black Slim Shady.
Yeah, that was trash. Yeah, but I mean, he got away from where we looked for from the Game.
Yeah, he's definitely still one of my favorite MCs.
Oh, he can come at some people. West Coast people mastering coming at people.
Yeah, I know he knows how to come at people.
All right, well. Pause. Pause. Hey. Look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
As clutch of a player to ever play basketball.
It's game time on Season 4 of Behind the Bucks on Bucks Plus.
This year, I was like, I need to impose myself more on this team.
Explore Damian Lillard's journey to becoming a top 75 player in NBA history.
That's what really had me feeling like this is going to be great.
Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker, and H&R Benefits Consultant. Find Bucks Plus on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Thank you, Truth Nation. Because of your unwavering and incredible support, we are proud to announce that we are officially sold out for our first annual Truth Community Awards. We are so excited to celebrate excellence, passion, and the power of community with you on Friday, February 28th at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. This will be an evening filled with entertainment, heartfelt stories, and celebrating our city with the 1017 The Truth team. Congratulations to the 10 award recipients we will honor that night. They are Dr. Tamika Johnson, Eric Shake James, Ebony Sali, Carvel Brooks, Chris Abele, Walter Stern, Latrice Harris, Melody Madden, Justin McCoy, and Minister Kevin Simmons. Thank you for all of your positive contributions to the city of Milwaukee and beyond. The Truth Community Awards is presented by Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. Visit paysbig.com. Sponsored by Community Advocates, where meeting basic needs inspires hope. And brought to you by the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk. All your favorite interviews and best moments live in one place.
You know, I'm working in the morning, and I was listening back on the Truth app.
Download the new 1017 The Truth app now. Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 The Truth.
When a parent sees their child smile, they see hope. Aleem hoped that his son Rajib would have an easier life than he had. You see, Rajib, just like his father, was born with a cleft. But as a fisherman in a small village in Indonesia, the cost of surgery was out of reach. Their lives were transformed thanks to Smile Train, which sponsors free, life-changing cleft surgeries and other essential treatments. Rajib's surgery marked Smile Train's 2 millionth, and incredibly, Aleem's was the 2 million and first. Now, their smiles are a symbol of hope for children with clefts all over the world. 540 babies are born with a cleft each day, but through Smile Train, millions of lives have been changed. To learn more and support the global cleft community, visit smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Wavy boy, go crack.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. Stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we got a guest. We got Victoria Flanagan in studio.
Hey,
nursing
y'all.
Student.
Hey, y'all.
Veteran, advocate.
That's right. United States Air Force checking in. What's happening?
How you doing?
I am amazing. How are you?
Now, we talked about this over the weekend because we was at the Eric James honoring the black frontline people in the community.
That's right. Shout out to
Shake. And we talked about a lot of the mental health.
Yes.
And we talked about how we have to make sure that we are really paying attention to ideas when it comes to the black family, the Absolutely. Black male, the black female, and ideas that when it comes to being more prepared to deal with these things and as far as like dealing with each other, because you see a lot of conversation. We have a lot of conversation about women mental health and
That's
male
right.
Mental health. But many times when you see the argument back and forth, you see that, women are telling the men, I need you to do this, or men telling the women, I need you to do that.
And what it is it's a back and forth, but what I have learned is, especially, being a nursing student and through my clinicals, and when I see the men, what I am noticing is every woman assumes that she is doing our part, like that's us, because we are born nurturers. We are born lovers, and that's what we do. We always say we want to pour into, but what I am realizing is you think that you are doing what you need, but are you?
And when you talk about doing what you need, I mean, from your own understanding.
From your own understanding, because you have to ask. See, in relationships, we're not having these hard conversations. You have to ask a man what he needs, because every man doesn't require the same thing. Just like we'll always tell a man, like, every woman is different. Every woman.
Right.
We have to understand that every man is different also. So what the last guy you were with, what he needed and what worked for him, that's not going to work for this man. Sitting down and talking and figuring out what he needs, because you may think cooking and cleaning is working for him, and that isn't it. He may just
one
need
size
some
don't fit all.
That's right. He just may require some quiet time.
Or some quality time.
That also.
I'll say this. I think that many times when people, it's no rules. I always say that, okay, you go to work, there's a way to act at work.
That's right.
You go to church, there's a way to act at church. Then even if you go to the club, you can it's kind of, a little less restrictive. But what I'm saying is, but you don't have any rules to govern your relationship.
Absolutely
I'm finding out that people are just hooking up, and then they don't have any defined ideas to move the relationship forward, other than we like each other, we may have some similarities, but the tough conversations is not being had, or rules drawn out for the relationship is not.
The courting is out.
Being drawn out.
There's no more courting. Everybody is just, like you said, hooking up. Everybody's just showing up. Let's hang out at the house. There are no conversations. People are not taking the time to get to know each other, and that is the problem. We're not taking the time to get to know each other and find out exactly what makes that person tick. Taking the time, putting in the time. What people need to realize is, and I've really been, sitting and just taking time for myself. If you are not ready to be of service to someone, you are not ready to be in a relationship.
Oh, say that again.
If you listen to me. If you are not ready to be of service to someone, you are not ready to be in a relationship.
Well, they want to get served. A lot of people go into relationships to get served.
But they don't want to service anyone. You cannot ask someone for something that you are not willing to give. And a lot of people selfishly are doing that. If you want to stay outside, then just stay outside, and that's okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. Right. People don't understand honesty goes so far. Because if you tell somebody what you expect out the gate and then go along with it, then you've been honest.
Like Neo. Hey, it's they pushing that out there. What I'm saying, you look at your face. What I'm saying is, when we talk about relationships now, I see so many different relationship styles. I think that now everybody's presenting, because I think that once the LGBTQ community started presenting, I think that the polygyny community started presenting.
Right.
All of these different, it's like, to me, it's like I see like 20 different relationship styles out here.
I say, listen, do whatever works for you, but also living your truth also.
Right.
As long as you are living in your truth and doing what works for you, hey, because what works for one relationship is not
That's what I'm saying. It's not all uniform.
You know, a lot of people pass judgment on whatever. Do what works for you and yours. You know, your relationship is not going to look like some other people's relationship.
And your relationship now may not look like the relationship you had before that.
It's definitely not going to look like our parents before then. I mean, now it is crazy.
And like I said, if a person had 5 different relationships, they're going to at least learn, or hopefully learn.
You should be learning.
And so when you get to the 5th one, you're a little bit better than the first one.
You should be. Some people are not learning anything.
But I think that the mental health, when you talk about trauma, past traumas,
absolutely.
If you had a father, daddy issues, mommy issues, I think that many people keep those things within, and then you just see the reaction from having to deal with a lot of those. And I think that what you were talking about was you have to take time to find out who that person is and what do they need, because everybody may not need the same treatment.
But here's the thing. I think we as a people just think we're broken. Everybody is so broken. We always talk about the broken women, but we have a lot of broken men also. And with that, and nobody's talking about that, we're always talking about the broken women and this and this and that. We have a lot of broken men also, and nobody's catering to the broken men. You know, it's like it doesn't exist that men are out here getting hurt too, because it's not talked about. You know, you guys don't get a chance to express that from young men. You don't get a chance to talk about how you feel, or if you are a man who's able to communicate and tell how you feel, and you get a woman who doesn't understand that, what is the first thing a woman says? Like, oh, well, he's too soft, or he's too, you know what I'm saying? Because she's not enough emotional intelligent enough to understand that she has a man that who knows who's able to communicate his feelings. So it's almost unfair to be a man and express how you feel, because now look, we'll get a good example. Russell Wilson expresses his love for his wife. He is there for his wife. He's everything. And what everybody say, oh, he is simp and he is. And if that's the case, give me that.
Give you the Russell Wilson.
Give me the
Not the future.
Not the future.
Have you, I mean, I always tell people a lot of women got to go through a few futures before they get to the Russell.
Absolutely. But even then, us getting back to the mental health side of it, how many women did Russell have before he was able to communicate? Was there a woman there who actually took the time to say, I'll listen to you, I'll be there for you, I'll sit down and listen to whatever you have to say, or be that support system? We have to really start addressing and helping broken men and understanding when a man comes home, and as women, we always say, oh, babe, how was your day? And we don't even give him really a chance to answer. We go right into whatever we was talking about. And it's just that the weight of the world is on a man's shoulders. Every day, all day, 24/7. We want you to be the provider. We want you to be the protector. We want you to be the problem solver. We want you to be everything. The world wants a man to be everything, but yet we have not created a safe space for you to do so.
Now, I'll say this. As a male, many times people want the finished product, not the the work in progress.
That's right.
So a lot of times they'll go for that fast idea, and we don't have to talk about what that is. There's a lot of fast ideas, people, taking short, making it look like they got prosperity ideas, and the many times the male idea takes time to get the education, to get the thing, to do the idea, to get the business started, to get the wealth to be able to provide. And a lot of times people will go for a secondary idea, and many times that secondary idea may be temporary results.
Right.
And it's not long term. And then by the time that person gets ready, they're upset because they didn't get the support that they needed to get there. So they may feel some type of way about that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just think, we have so many programs out here for women. And, we just don't for men. And being a nursing student, my biggest thing is, when I complete my journey, that is definitely something that I am going to look into, mentorship and helping men and helping them get to that space. I want to create a safe space for them where they're able to express whatever they're going through, get them back to the mental front and get them back to that point where they are comfortable or have that safe space. I mean, that's my goal.
Well, if y'all want to join the conversation that we're having today about mental health, men's mental health, especially when it comes to relationships, and are we having these
tough conversations?
Yeah, are we having these conversations? 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. We're in the studio with Victoria Flanagan, who's a mental health advocate, a nurse, a veteran, and very good points when it comes to men and the struggle that they have to go through. We got Deja on the lines.
Hi, Deja.
How you doing, Deja?
Hi, nice to meet you, Victoria, and what's up, Tory Lowe?
Blessings, Queen.
So definitely, I absolutely 100% agree with you on men's mental health, especially as being a woman who is in a relationship with people or men who have experience, or not experience, but who've had traumas and unhealed things from their past that they definitely brought into the relationship. I was, in a sense, trying to help fix them, basically. But I felt like I truly did not have what it takes to do so, especially since being someone that was also broken themselves. I always thought that, I can grow with people and everything like that. We can heal together. But I don't think that certain people healing together mix. But my last relationship definitely taught me that, it's not all about me, and I had to learn how to listen because of that last relationship. I had to learn that, if he's not okay, how do I help him be okay? What am I doing that's not helping him be okay? What am I doing what can I do to help him be okay, And then it was like she said, different strokes for different folks, He was somebody that was more of, so you said, avoidant, because of his trauma and stuff like that. And I was somebody who was more, I guess, anxious. And I did not understand that him pulling away, I didn't know how to react to that properly. And what that did was push him further away from me. And I was just like, no, like, you're going too far from me. Like, I'm here, da-da-da. But really, I had to just be one of those people that say, you know what, let me know when you're ready to talk. And not talk to me when I want you to talk to me. Let me know when you're ready to talk. Because I learned that, that was being pushy, and that I didn't give him no time to just actually process how he felt and then come to me, which is how basically he, problem solved with his stuff, how he processed.
Right.
Hey, and many times we don't say, what can I do to make this situation better? We are always on the defense. When you get into a situation where you're arguing back and forth with somebody, everybody's on the defense at that point.
All the time.
And many times when you're on the defense, you don't look for a way to solve it. You're looking for the way to prove that you're right, or that you feel that your feelings are valid.
Yes.
And many times that causes, especially when you're a couple, you're arguing like people off on the street, like we live down the street from each other, that we don't even know each other. And I think that when you get on the defense in a relationship and you piss each other off or you tick each other off, Sorry about that. I mean,
You can say it.
If you do that, then now 3 days go by and y'all been living in this energy of I'm upset because you may have offended me and not tried to seek the solution.
I read this book. This is the most amazing book. Anybody listening, if you're in a relationship, the book to get, I don't care how old you are, how long you've been in a relationship, it's a book called We're Over Me by Duvall Ellis and his wife, Kadeen. When I tell you this book is an amazing read, it breaks down pretty much reinventing your relationship and learning for you and your partner. It talks about communicating, effectively communicating, really, really good key points as far as you and your partner, just learning your partner. And basically, if this is someone that you love, this man said it took him 5 years to learn his wife, but it was the fact that he loved her so much, and this was his person, because he was raised a certain type of way. He thought because they both had their parents that they grew up the same, like, oh, well, it's good, and they were totally different. So the way that, he was disciplined and how he figured it out, when he did something wrong, they told him what he did wrong, and that was the way. So when something happened between him and his wife, that's what he thought too, and he was talking, but he was talking at her, and it put her, like you said, on the defense. But it's an amazing read. I just urge anybody that's in a relationship, just look it over, look into it, but it just helps, because a lot of times when you're in a relationship, like you said, the bickering back and forth, all it takes is for one person to say something disrespectful, and then it turns into a thing.
Right.
And now the disrespect is going back and forth. And you cannot do that.
And when you're around each other all the time, that could last for a week. That little outburst, if you're not really trying to solve the problem, these things can go for a while. These things can go for days without being resolved.
Yes, and then it's, like you said, it becomes the point where y'all totally forget about what the argument is even about, because you trying to make your point valid, like you said, trying to make sure this person understands your point of view, and it's no longer even about the argument. Y'all done forgot about what it is, because each person is trying to get their point across. I need you to, my feelings are valid now. I need you to understand that and it's not even about that.
Well, when we come back, I want to talk about submission.
Oh.
Because that's a word that a lot of people cringe when they hear it.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Well, we got to run a break. When I come back, I need you to save it when we come back. Hey, look, we got George on the lines. We got Blake on the lines. We're going to get to it all when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. On Thursday night, the Milwaukee Panthers return home to host Horizon League Conference rival, the Oakland University Golden Grizzlies.
Eric steps through on a double team, scoop to score. 94 feet of EP offense. 6 seconds, McKee for 3. Hit it! It's a 1-point game.
Scott Warris has the coverage Thursday starting at 6:30 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 7 o'clock.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. You can accomplish quite a lot in 6 years. You can go from changing diapers to dropping your child off at school, college. You can get a bachelor's and a master's degree, and you can take up to 6 years to pay off your brand new Pella Windows and Doors at 0% interest. With Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, you get so much more than just stunning windows and doors. You get the Pella experience. Talk about quality control. Pella manufactures, sells, installs, and services every product. A 10-year labor warranty is always included, so your windows and your doors are secure for years to come. Their expert installers are available year-round and can install in as little as a day. So if anything ever goes wrong, Pella will handle it ASAP, because you work with the same team from start to finish. So why wait? Get the Pella experience and this incredible deal. 0% interest for up to 6 years on brand new Pella windows and doors. Certain restrictions apply. Offer ends February 28th of 2025. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
People often wonder, what's the credit union difference? Well,
Let me tell you what's different about Educators Credit Union. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a team of people who are actively invested in the next generation and in the communities where you live and work. We're in classrooms teaching financial literacy, in neighborhoods building homes and relationships, and in local communities lending a helping hand. We believe when communities thrive, we all thrive. Educators Credit Union, achieving more together, insured by NCUA.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Make history at the amazing 10th annual UNCF Mayor's Mass Ball on March 29th. Join Mayor Cavalier Johnson for an unforgettable evening that will transform lives. Every dollar raised helps promising local students achieve their college dreams through vital scholarships. This premier gala doesn't just celebrate our community, it builds future leaders. Be a part of Milwaukee's most meaningful social event of the year. Reserve your place now at uncf.org/MMB. That is uncf.org/MMB.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
.101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got Victoria Flanagan in the studio. Nursing student, military, advocate, mental health.
Right. That's right.
All of that.
That's right.
Out here on the streets.
That's right.
And we talking about relationships and understanding mental health.
That's right.
Of your partner, people that you're dealing with, even your friends. You got to really take your time and really understand them. I think that we do kind of understand our friends because in the friendship stage, a lot of people are more forthcoming.
No.
I'm talking about like certain friends, like your best friend, something like that. You know, I think we talk to them more, and then things come out over time. I think in a friendship, I think that many times we spend a lot of time talking, and then we'll pick up on little nuggets of that friend. I think when we get in a relationship, I think everybody wants to present themselves in a certain way, and it may be harder to break that wall to actually get them to open up as far as the deeper meaning and the deeper ideas of their life. Or, you know, like childhood rape
Absolutely.
Or trauma or things like that.
I think a lot of people are holding back. I think, again, we're also broken. So it's one of them things where everybody is like trying to see, like, well, I don't really know. Or you got the opportunists, it's so many different things going on out here, but just we as a people, we're all so broken, so it's just, I'm just an advocate for us. I'm gonna just be honest. Right. I'm all about, listen, I am Miss, all my people that know me, I am Miss LOVE. You hear me? February is my month. It is Vic-U-Airy. I am
okay, that's what's up.
Of love. I am a lover of love. I'm all about love, and
that's sounding powerful now.
Yeah, I am a lover of love. I love love. This is my favorite month altogether. But I'm super passionate about mental health. Again, I'm a veteran, so I've seen it, I've dealt with it, and I just want the families back together. It's just hard for me to watch.
Regroup, rethink, and reshape. Get back to the foundation.
Yeah, just get back to the foundation, without these little cracks and stuff at the end.
We got George on the lines.
Well, come on with it.
George, you on the new 1017 The Truth Tap In. How you doing, George?
Hello.
How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me?
How are you? We can hear you.
How y'all doing?
Blessings,
I'm
brother.
doing great. I'm George. Hi, y'all. I'm a professional husband and father, and I go inside the Cheney Center and the Marshall Shears and MSDF and CRC, and I facilitate a healthy relationship fatherhood program with the men in there. So shout out to the guys. We also got something going on in the community too. But I want to say, when we facilitate these courses with these men, we come to find out a lot of them just didn't know how to be men because they didn't have that example. You know, that old adage, a child doesn't do as you say, they do as you do.
Absolutely.
And for a lot of us that grew up in the 80s and the 90s, we didn't even have an example of what a healthy man or what a healthy relationship is, just based on some of the things that was going on across the country. And so one thing I love to say to them is, it's a difference between fault and responsibility, right? Because it may not be your fault that you don't know how to be a man, but once you become of age, it's your responsibility to know how to become a man and teach yourself the best way. And so, awesome. Well, last thing I want to say about that relationship thing is a lot of times you got to find your person and you got to be able to love a person when they flawed. Anybody, being with my wife for over 20 years is my high school sweetheart. I love her to death. Anybody can love somebody when it's all good.
That's right.
How can you love me when I ain't at my best? You know what I mean? And am I even worth it to love me when I ain't at my best? And I'm just blessed enough to be able to go through the things, to be able to love my wife and love my kids and my family. But we thank you, Tory Lowe, because if we can bring back families in our community, we can eradicate this violence and get back to being the powerful black people that we are in this community. And so y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Happy Black History Month, and shout out to everybody that's in love or want to fall in love.
That's right. That's right. Come on with it, Black Love. That's
y'all
what
hear that power coming over the radio waves now.
I'm talking about.
All right, now.
He said he a professional husband.
Hey, that's that.
He pushing purpose. Listen, I'm gonna say this. Shout out to my guy. He always say he be pushing his purpose. Shout out to Wally East, man. He always say pushing the purpose. Listen, that is
pushing purpose.
Is that what Gunna meant when he said pushing P?
Oh wow.
Listen, that is his thing.
I hope so.
That's something that always stuck with me. So shout out to my guy Wally Eats.
Hey, salute. We got Martin on the lines. Martin, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Tory, what's up, Victoria Queen? How y'all doing?
Hey, bless his brother Martin.
Bless. I look at it like this. Love is very important when it comes to a relationship, when it comes to marriage, when it comes to a friendship. Love is the biggest thing on my refrigerator cut out. To me, it's evolve. You have to evolve with love. You have to understand love, dissect love, in order to grow and understand love. One of my theories in relationship is, it's called the get some theory. You know, when you want to get something from your significant other, your girlfriend or whatever,
right,
and you be nice, apply that all the way across the board. I guarantee you 100% you will have no problem. When the bills come, treat it like you're getting some. You dig?
I feel you.
But what do you mean by that?
You mean like be nice, have the nice. If you want to get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar.
Basically. So if you apply that theory across the board, you know, because you're sweet. I don't know nobody that come over and be like, get some, get it here. You know what I'm saying? Kind of rough. You know, but if you apply that theory to everything, you know, and I feel that SDC had a strong marriage and relationship course and classes running in 2010 and 2011. I'm talking about very strong, dynamically, putting people back together, healing people, bringing people back together. And I got a seminar idea, Victoria, and you can get my number from Z. And Tory know me because I'm like him. So we can shift the dynamics, because how can you be a leader and you broken with no direction?
Absolutely. I'm with that. I'm definitely for it. I'm definitely for it. I'm all for it.
Now, I wanted to talk about the word submit, because this seems like I'm not submitting to nobody. You know, I'm not fit to, you know, when it comes to women and men, and we talk about submission, a lot of people, when they hear the word submission, they cringe, because it sounds like to them that they're in bondage.
I think people are over like doing it with the submit. I don't think women have a problem submitting at all. It is who you are submitting to. Women have no problem submitting to a man who leads properly.
Well, if they dating a guy, wouldn't that be somebody that they're choosing to give their energy to?
Well,
so is that different? So if you're dating somebody or you're in a relationship with somebody, you don't really have to submit to them. You're just It's
right,
just the
dating
meantime and
courtship
between
is different.
time. Yeah,
You got to remember, dating and courtship is different because when you're dating. Courtship is intentional. You know what I'm saying? So that's two things too. We have to
I got that.
Figure out the thing. So when you're dating somebody, you're just dating. There's no intention there. You just all over the place. But once you court someone and that's that this is the person that you want to be with, then y'all get into those more serious conversations. It turns into from I into we.
A lot of people don't mind being the fun person though. You know what I mean?
They don't. But when you're the fun person, then you know what comes with that. So you shouldn't be worried about.
But people get in their feelings. They start feeling some type of way.
But you can't feel nothing. You either gonna have fun or you know.
All right, I got you.
You gotta get in your lane.
But it don't work like that when somebody trying to. They knocking on the door and talking about what's going on, what's happening.
Those are those conversations. See, what happens is people are not being honest.
Mm-hmm. So they say they want to have fun, but then they really wanted to have a real relationship.
That's right.
Hey, I'm just saying, as an advocate, and I have to deal with a lot of different situations when it comes to domestic or just things that's going on with the family, I hear a lot of ideas when I was like, well, why did you take that serious? And when we talk about submission, many times that's for somebody, that's a long-term idea.
Absolutely.
And that keeps you in a space where you're serving as well. Like, like that's a serving idea. Like, okay, submission meaning I'm about to serve my king, or the king is say, okay, I'm going to provide for this is my queen. This is, I guess in modern terms, they say wifey.
Oh.
You know that they got the word for it. This is wifey now, and then this is side bay or something like that. I don't know, but it's multiple titles out here.
That mental health.
Hey,
we back to that mental health. We got to get all that together.
Hey, okay, so but this is the reality.
It is the reality. I'm sure you deal with it all the time.
All the time.
So people, we just got to get it right.
So when you hear submission, what is that?
For me. Again, I don't have a problem submitting. You just have to lead properly. I cannot.
What is your ideal of submission, though? Like, when you say submission, what did that mean? What does that mean that you have to do to submit? Like, what are some of those ideas?
So, for me,
because a lot of people say, "Okay, I'll submit," but what is it? Because when guys say, "Okay, you got to submit," is that individually per guy? Or is that a general idea where a woman has to follow the leader, follow her husband? He's the leader.
So that's what I'm looking at. When I think of submitting, that's, like you said, we in a relationship. We not just dating. We not just, you
we
over
about
here
to get
and
married.
I'm over here. We're in a full-fledged commitment.
Mm-hmm.
So you're providing, you're protecting. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning. We are one together. We didn't came to the realization like, okay, we putting these bills together. We are coming together as one. We trying
You following this leadership.
That's right. I'm following your leadership. Okay, so
you the
now,
leader. Here we go.
That's right. We're moving forward together. We are building this empire together. Here is the plan. This is what we're going to do. We're going from A to Z together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So brick by brick, piece by piece.
So basically submission is we got a plan together and we finna serve each other in making things work the way we want to. We got a plan for this relationship.
That's right.
Basically.
I'm serving you. You're serving me. It's just not. It's not a one-way street.
Right.
Because see, a lot of times when a man be like, "Oh, I need you to submit." Okay, but what about you? You got to submit too.
Right.
See, that's the thing. It's one-sided. Are we both submitting? And let's open that up.
Because submit come with commitment.
Yes, that's right. And then men, are you submitting also? See, that's a conversation that people don't talk about either. Men have to understand, okay, if you're wanting a woman to submit, you have to submit yourself also.
Mm-hmm.
You have to submit and say, okay, I'm choosing you and we are moving forward. Not just, okay, well, you submitting to me and I still get to do what I want to do. No, it doesn't work like that.
Well, I'll say this. When I talk about relationships, I always say that the relationship idea is like one of the most unstable ideas because everybody didn't have 5 or 6 of them. You know what I mean? So why would you conjoin in something that has a high unsuccess rate? So I think what we're talking about, when you talk about submission, when you talk about planning, that's more of a partnership. Mm-hmm. That's more, okay, we got an idea for this energy that we're about to use and we got a goal for what we're doing together. Mm-hmm. I think relationships don't come with goals. I think that they say relationship goals, but I think that the goal is not to cheat. that is the main goal.
That's a good
But
point.
in a partnership, I think it's more organized and structured, maybe a more purpose-driven level of dealing with somebody.
Right. I agree.
Hey, look, when we come back, we got Mark on the lines. We're going to talk to Mark when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory, Lowe.
You in charge. I want to hear you say that. Say it.
I'm in charge.
You my partner.
I know.
Say it. I'm in charge.
I'm in charge.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. This is your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
Reproductive justice, it's a framework, it's a movement, it's a vision for reproductive freedom, it's a right to have a child, it's a right to not have children, and this next part is really as important as the other parts. It's the right to birth and parent our children with dignity, and the right to live and parent our children in safe and healthy environments. So reproductive justice understands the ability of any person to control their destiny is directly related to the conditions of their communities. It looks at the intersections of discrimination in social, political, and economic systems, and it sheds lights on the barriers that these systems produce. And then we, reproductive justice advocates, fight against the barriers that prevent Black people and other people of color from exercising their rights. That's reproductive justice.
This has been your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute. Thank you, Truth Nation. Because of your unwavering and incredible support, we are proud to announce that we are officially sold out for our first annual Truth Community Awards. We are so excited to celebrate excellence, passion, and the power of community with you on Friday, February 28th at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. This will be an evening filled with entertainment, heartfelt stories, and celebrating our city with the 1017 The Truth team. Congratulations to the 10 award recipients we will honor that night. They are Dr. Tamika Johnson, Eric Shake James, Ebony Solly, Carvel Brooks, Chris Abele, Walter Stern, Latrice Harris, Melody Madden, Justin McCoy, and Minister Kevin Simmons. Thank you for all of your positive contributions to the city of Milwaukee and beyond. The Truth Community Awards is presented by Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. Visit paysbig.com. Sponsored by Community Advocates, where meeting basic needs inspires hope. And brought to you by the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
American Family Insurance is a lot like Captain America. He protects the world.
It's just doing my job.
And we help protect your dreams with amazing auto and home coverage. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com. And see Marvel Studios' Captain America: Brave New World.
Suit up. We need to move.
In theaters February 14th. This film is not yet rated.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the Deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The Milwaukee Bucks will look to extend their 4-game win streak to 5 as they are in Houston to take on the Rockets. Giannis speaking after the win on Sunday over the Miami Heat on the new-look Bucks.
With Bobby not being with us right now and me being on minutes restriction or Dame not playing the previous game gives a lot of opportunity for guys to come in and play some extra minutes, get to their spots.
Bucks-Rockets tip-off set for 7 p.m. tonight. Over to college hoops, where the 21st ranked Marquette Golden Eagles will play host to Providence tonight. That game is set to begin at 6 p.m. And lastly, we'll stick with college hoops as the 11th ranked Badgers also in action tonight. They'll host Washington with that scheduled to begin at 8 p.m. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Give it to me. Give me that funk. funk, that sweet, that nasty, that gushy stuff. Come on, give me that funk, that sweet, that nasty, that gushy stuff. Give it to me. Give me that funk, that sweet, that nasty, that gushy stuff. But don't punish me. Mama, give me that funk, that sweet, that nasty, that gushy stuff.
Save the narrative.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got guests. We got a guest in the studio. We got Victoria Flanagan.
Hey, y'all.
Nursing student, veteran, advocate, mental health. We talking about how to deal with each other, male and female. I always say we got to regroup, reshape, rethink the man, woman, and child.
We got to push our purpose. Yes, we got to push our purpose.
Push the purpose.
Push our purpose.
Pushing P.
Pushing P.
We got Mark on the lines. Mark, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Well, how you doing? As y'all say, push your purpose. Our purpose first is to be submitted to God. Then the woman will be submitted to the man because the man is submitted to God.
Say that.
When we doing things like the will of God, we get all the problems. Hooking up, we fornicating. You ain't going to get nothing good out of that. We're going against the will of God's purpose. If you're going against the will of God's purpose, your purpose will never be.
Because God don't bless no mess.
It'll never be right. He don't. Well, he'll bless you out the mess, but he's not going to bless the mess because it was never for us to be in mess.
That's right.
We're divine. But when we start doing things unnatural, we set ourselves up. A woman don't supposed to be submissive to a man who's not following God. And first, she's supposed to be submitted to her husband, not a boyfriend, not a partner.
That's what it say.
Somebody that's willing to make a life commitment. If we're not willing to make a life commitment, why are you submitting to somebody?
I like that. Talk to me.
Who haven't even submitted themselves to God.
I like
Once
that.
we follow the order, everything lines up. Nothing will be out of order. When we submit ourselves to God, woman to man, man to God, children to parents. But when we don't do stuff right, you can't expect right.
You can't start out. You can't start out wrong and end right.
True. You can't. God will correct you because He says, "I make the crooked straight." But you got to be willing to submit yourself to what's going to make you straight. If we think we're going to do it on our own, you would have been did it.
Well, the key word is willing.
It wouldn't be no problem. But since it's out of our hands, you have to do it God's way. Because the more we keep trying to do it, the bigger the hole gets. You can never outdo what God's plan is.
But the key word you said, though, is willing. At the end of the day, people have to be willing. And as long as people are not willing, it will never work. People have to be willing.
That's why you can't submit yourself to people that's not willing to follow God.
Hey,
that's the problem. We hook up with people and don't even know
throwing out some truth on the airways today. I'm trying to tell you. I hope y'all tapping in, Truth Nation. I hope y'all got your arse open.
What Pastor say? Y'all got y'all armor on today?
Hey. All right, Brother Mark. Hey.
Thanks for calling in. All right.
Hey, look, and I'm in the chat, and they say, Christopher says, God gave the woman traits and characteristics of the man traits and characteristics that require to be displayed to each other. All right. Christopher Giles in the chat. Love It says, God never told us to have boyfriends and girlfriends. We are to court and marry. This is what happens when men leans on their own understanding. All right, y'all. Y'all preaching in the chat now. Y'all got the chat on fire. We got Lana Banana on the lines. Lana, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Hello, how you doing, Tory?
How you doing, Queen?
I'm woke and fine. Thank you. Hey, Victoria, how you doing? Thank you for your service.
Oh, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Hello, Miss Lena. How are you?
Yes, I'm woke and fine. I'm a veteran, too.
All right. Thank you for your service.
Thank you. And, it's not often that I get in contact some kind of way with a sister that's a veteran, that's into mental health, that understands. You know what I'm saying? Because with the VA, I've been given just, white psychologists, and, they don't understand the black experience, especially the individual experience of a black female veteran. So I help them and teach them about me and my black experience. And if they don't want to listen to that, they gone next. But you black, you understand, you know, you're calm, patient, humble, you have empathy. I like you. And I suffer from MST. Yeah, I suffer from MST and PTSD.
Okay, I have that also. So yes, ma'am, I understand very well. Very well.
Yeah, and I just my psychologist retired January, so I need a therapist. Hint, hint.
Well,
yeah, but or you know, reference to somebody or something. You know,
okay.
I don't know if you can.
Absolutely, I would be more than happy to sit down with you and talk with you. So I'll definitely get your information.
Ant All Hair in the chat says, only in European countries that a man has one woman. You can't hold the black man in America to European standards.
You know, the funny thing is, you know, men love to throw that around. But, you know, all these other men in these other countries have money. And
there's some brothers with money.
Listen, they have money. And they also provide for all of these
It's
women.
a provision, yeah.
Fruitfully.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want to have these women. And
we're not talking about going to the high-end stores or nothing like that.
We ain't talking about going to the high-end. We talking
shelter,
clothing,
food.
They provide for all of the children. And when with these men, these men, and they have all the children with these wives. They're all under one roof. If they're not under one roof, they're providing for these women and these other homes. So the thing with it is, these men want all of these women, but they don't want to provide for them.
So you think that if they was actually providing, it wouldn't be a problem?
No, they're not going to provide for them. That's the thing. It's like you want the benefit. You want something.
But I think it's more perverted now. I think that everybody got that perverted ideal of, okay, I want because as soon as you say you want
it's of service.
Multiple wives,
out of the other countries,
a lot of people go into the more perverted, low vibrational ideas.
The whole point of it in the other countries is of service. And people they take it and they ran with it and took it out of content. These women, everybody is working together for a purpose to service this man and their children and their household and their homes for the greater good of the entire.
Because I know some people that got religious beliefs that they say they can have up to 4 wives. And they're doing that. You know, they're living like that.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
But of course, it's also for the greater good of the entire family. Everybody is servicing each other. They're all servicing each other. It's not a problem. They're all taking care of all of the children. If it's multiple wives, this one is cooking for this. You know what I'm saying?
It's a village.
It is a village. We have a straight away from the village, even the families all together. And that's another conversation for another day.
Right, it is.
Because there is
we
no
got to bring you back to build the village,
Listen, and that'll be another thing. Let's rebuild the village.
Hey.
But, you know, it's just all together. We need to focus on getting our families back together. We need to focus back on the love. We need to focus back on being there for our men, supporting them fully, not just financially or sexually and things like that. We need to pour into them and help them with their mental health.
When we come back, I want to continue that conversation because what are ways can we uplift each other? You know, many times we forget that's a component of being a team, a teammate.
Yes.
The encouragement, the uplifting, the mental fortitude to say, "Hey, we're here to do better and grow." Like we kind of forget that along the way sometimes. The little stuff.
We are forgetting the little things. Let's get back to the little things, Pisa. Let's go.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app and 1017thetruth.com. Milwaukee Black Talk.
And Joe Biden wasn't very controversial. He wasn't. Now, he might have done some things in his long, storied past, but if you all have been in the same line of work for 46 years, you probably have done some questionable things too. Joe Biden was a safe choice. He was a level of common sense. He was a level of stability. He was a familiar political commodity. Democrats don't have that right now. Democrats are caught with their pants completely down.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Happy Black History Month from the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network. The Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network values and celebrates the wealth of diversity reflected in the patients, families, workforce, and communities it serves. What is so beautiful about their efforts is they aim to deliver healthcare services that meet the social, cultural, and linguistic needs of their patients. By addressing social determinants of health like education, employment, and food insecurity, they know it can help them in offering the best possible health outcomes and quality of care for patients while also working to eliminate racial and ethnic health disparities impacting our community. The Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network has made it a goal to be a leader of change in our community and so much more because health equity is fundamental to the organization's mission and simply the right thing to do. Join 1017 The Truth and the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network as we celebrate Black excellence with you during Black History Month.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Make history at the amazing 10th annual UNCF Mayor's Mass Ball on March 29th. Join Mayor Cavalier Johnson for an unforgettable evening that will transform lives. Every dollar raised helps promising local students achieve their college dreams through vital scholarships. This premier gala doesn't just celebrate our community, it builds future leaders. Be a part of Milwaukee's most meaningful social event of the year. Reserve your place now at uncf.org/MMB. That is uncf.org/MMB.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Treat her like a lady.
One on ones, 7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show, DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos, Victoria Flanagan, nursing student, advocate, veteran, mental health. What's going on? We got a lot of stuff we tried to cover in a short amount of time. I'm about to bring you back for the village. You know,
I'm ready.
We got to start talking about village ideas. You know, I'm about to get you back for part 2 of this conversation.
I'm ready.
What we got to do to build the village up?
We got to build the village up. We got to push our purpose and build the village. He going to kill me. He going to be like, she just then took over.
Hey. I'm just saying.
Shout out to Wally East.
We can run it back. And what I did get from this conversation is that men need certain ideas when it comes to dealing with the relationship concept, and women have to buckle down and try to understand certain ideas when it comes to men's mental health.
I think that we just need to just be a little bit more, what's the word that I want to look for? I guess my favorite line that I always tell myself, We want a man to be everything.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we want him to be the provider. We want him to be the protector. We want him to be the problem solver. But we have not created a safe space for him to do that. So you thinking that you are doing everything and because you think that.
Right.
But are you really? Are you asking him what he needs? Just that timing. Maybe, he don't want you to ask him like she said. She thought, oh, well, I can be there for you. Maybe he just needs some space. When he get off of work, how was your day? And give him an hour. Just let him unwind.
To decompress.
And decompress because the day didn't beat him up. Maybe he had a bad day, but you own him already.
As soon as he come in.
As soon as he come in, just give him that hour, that downtime to allow him to come and then say, hey, babe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot.
And when I talk about just females need a different energy and men need a different energy.
Yes.
It's not just all inclusive.
It's not.
You got to make sure that you're making sure that because most women, they just want to feel secure.
Absolutely.
Most men, basically, they just want to be respected. If we just want to choose just one idea, most women like to feel that security, that I got this man, I'm secure. And most men want their woman to respect them and their ideas. And many times that takes work to try to build that up. It takes a journey. You start this journey, you got to work on it. It's always consistently being worked on, a lot of correction, a lot of improvement, and you got to grow. You got to be you can't be afraid to grow. And a lot of people think that if they're growing, that makes them vulnerable. If they alter, like sometimes what you're thinking, like you said, you may think that that's right, but did you ask that person, was that something that they wanted or something that you wanted to do?
And you can't be afraid to express how you feel in thinking the other person's going to feel some type of way. Not that you don't care how they feel, but you have to be able to express yourself. If you are afraid to express yourself to a person that is not your person, I'm sorry. Like, we all have this thing where, oh, I don't want it to be, or it should. No, if you cannot freely express yourself to a person without it turning into an argument, that's not your person.
Well, look, I'm going to keep you around because we got some callers on the line.
Come on, callers.
I'm going to keep you at the top of the hour. We got Mr. Moore. We got Miss Carolyn on the lines. We got some chat, too. We got a lot of people in the chat. We're going to hold you over.
Listen,
you seem like you raising the consciousness over here.
I'm up for it today.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 1017 The Truth, founded by Gruber Law Offices, Milwaukee Black Talk. Start jamming in the morning and get your daily drop of juice.
Juice gets you hydrated and started for your day. And that's what we plan to do from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Every single morning, we're going to be keeping you in the mix, talking about everything you care about all before 9 a.m.
So wipe that crust out your eyes and get ready for jamming with juice.
Turning your mornings into your favorite part of the day.
Get that stank breath out of here. Brush your teeth.
It's it, bro. You like, what? Catch Jammin' with Juice
from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Milwaukee.
Prostate cancer screening is a simple blood test. It's a simple blood test. Get it done. Your family history of prostate cancer increases the risk for all the men in your family. It's a simple blood test. Get it done. Prostate cancer is most treatable when it's detected early. It's a simple blood test. Get it done. Men, it's your life. That's why it's so important to talk to your doctor about getting tested. If you want info on how to take action, the Prostate Cancer Foundation is here to help. For more than 30 years, PCF, a leader in scientific breakthroughs, has funded cutting-edge research that speeds new treatments into clinics, helping patients live longer with fewer complications. Go to pcf.org to learn more about prostate cancer and how you can advocate for yourself. Remember, it's your life. And it's a simple blood test. Get it done.
Calling all big thinkers. The world's climate is changing. These aren't new facts, but it means we must think in new ways about how we can live, prosper, and provide energy for our world while protecting our planet. Engineers are answering the call to create cleaner, safer, reliable energy. Solar power, harnessing the power of the sun to light all corners of the globe. Wind power, channeling a simple breeze to bring electricity to our homes. Hydropower, using the natural flow of water to generate electricity. Nuclear power, engineering advanced reactors that are safer, more reliable, and produce zero carbon emissions. Engineers are leading the way and empowering the next generation. Engineers answer the call. Brought to you by the National Academy of Engineering. Learn more at nae.edu.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I had to bring her over to the third hour, Victoria Flanagan, in studio.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, we have a nurse student. We have a veteran. We have an advocate, mental health. Interesting conversation when it comes to relationships and dealing with the aspect of mental health within the relationship dynamic. And in particular, many times when women enter into relationships and the male idea, many times we have to take the time to say, hey, how are you feeling? Checking on each other mentally because of what's going on the outside, what's going on out here in these streets. Many times we avoid that component, and then things start to pile up. People start building up resentment on the inside, depending on, the situations that they encounter. And many times we don't check for the mental health. We don't try to sit down and understand, what do you need from me? We may have a base concept, but I guess you got to make it custom made. You got to custom make the love for each individual.
People tend to forget the little things. It's always the little things that matter, because you're going to remember the little thing that somebody did for you. You're going to remember that someone checked on you. You're going to remember that someone cared for you. You'll remember that someone brought you soup when you were sick. You'll remember that someone came over to your house and cleaned up for you, washed your dishes, did your laundry. You'll remember the service part of it, because material things, they come and go. But you'll always remember how somebody cared for you, how somebody loved on you. I was just telling Tory, love is my superpower. That's who I am. That's what I do. You'll always remember the care that someone gave for you. Little things never go out of style.
I think love is my superpower, because I get up in the middle of the night for families I don't even know. Because I can feel the empathy. I can feel I came up in poverty. I came up on welfare. I came up with the slumlords. We didn't even have running water. And so I can empathize with a lot of these situations, because that's a lived experience. And like I said, many people think that, oh, Tory, you probably didn't have to go through that. I said, me and Grandma living on Fifth Street at Grandma's house, we had to go through a lot, So I appreciate having conversations like this, because it's important to make sure that you check the mental health and custom make your love for that person. It's not a one size fit all.
It's not. Love language is huge. It's huge. You have to know your person's love language. Anything from food. It's not always about material things. Some people just like food. Some people just like a hug. It could be anything. It could be something
It could be a powerful word.
A powerful word means more a thank you, a smile.
You appreciate it.
You appreciate the little things.
Well, we got Miss Carolyn on the lines. Miss Carolyn.
Hello, Miss Carolyn.
How you doing, Miss Carolyn? You're on the new 101.7 The Truth. How you doing, Tap in?
I'm doing fine. I'm listening to you guys' conversation. I'm liking what I hear. Been in the mental health field for quite some time. I have a master in clinical counseling. And my thing is this. When it comes to mental health, the first and foremost key is that whoever that person is, whether it be male or female, first they have to know their own self, their own mental health needs before anybody else can help them. So that's key in dealing with your mental health. Now, I have seen a lot of people try to fix people or try to read their love language and all that. You cannot do that. They have to fix themselves. And they're not
Healing starts from within.
Told. Absolutely.
Yeah, they have to start on their own mental health journey by themselves to understand what it is that's going on with them, what they need, and they have to work closely with their mental health professional and be truthful, because I've seen a lot of people who are in mental health situations and they're using drugs to mask those feelings, and they're not telling their providers that, well, I'm using crack or I'm using cocaine because the medicine you're giving me is just not working. So instead, they just use, to try to mask it, and they're making it worse. And so then their families are sitting there thinking, okay, we're walking around on eggshells, tipping around this person. What's the problem? The problem is that if you're going to have somebody with a mental health illness, you got to let them help themselves first. Because if they don't help themselves, you are not going to be able to help them. I don't care all the love you pour into them or whatever, it's not going to matter.
They got to know that they have an issue, and they got to be working to try to fix it.
They got to be working to fix it and stuff. And
that's why I said you got to be about that action.
Yep, and when you guys say love is your superpower, it should be your superpower, because according to God, that's the most important thing.
But everyone doesn't have that, so we can't say it has every, because the difference is if you've been brought up in a family with love, everybody was not brought up with that. So we can't necessarily say that should be it. Everyone was not brought up with that. You can be in a relationship with someone.
No, I'm not. No, sweetheart, I can absolutely say that should be it. Love should be at the center of everything.
Right, no,
so
it should be
absolutely.
It should be
right,
at,
because
it should be at the
foundation. Yeah.
But no, what I'm saying is everyone doesn't. What I'm saying is everyone doesn't have that, because everyone wasn't brought up with
that foundation.
Exactly, with that foundation. That's what I'm saying.
But let me tell you something, and that is true too. But just because you wasn't brought up with it, there is love out there to be had.
Oh, absolutely.
I grew up in a abusive. My father was abusive, but I didn't carry that abuse on into my children. I made the conscious decision that I'm going to follow Jesus. And in following Jesus, I found the love to give to my children. So y'all was mixing it up a little bit about the world and the Bible, and you guys was right. Because I was thinking about when y'all was talking about the man and woman relationship, how should you submissive to him? Well, according to the Bible and stuff, if, say, for instance, we're in a public place and stuff, and he's probably like talking with some people or whatever and stuff, and you're standing there with them, and then they say something to him that you don't like or you don't understand and you want to comment on. Well, according to the Bible, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to wait till you get home and say, honey, what do you think about that? And do you agree with them? All you guys' conversations should be in private.
Absolutely.
And he's not the leader as per se. He's going to just take the whole marriage or relationship on his shoulder. Of course, he is the head of the household, but you're his helper. That means that you guys get together behind closed doors.
That's right.
And you guys work out whatever the situation is, what's the plan for the family, how we're moving forward and stuff. So it's not that he's going to take on everything. You have a responsibility to him to support him, but he has a responsibility too to use you as his helper and look to you for some support, because he can't do it all on his own, because if he could, he'd still be by himself. God wouldn't have made two. He would have said, well, let him get out there and do it himself. And then I'm gonna say this. I'm going to say this one thing, and this don't pertain to that, but it pertains to what I heard today with the mental illness. I would just want to say this to my Truth Nation people who have been calling in, bashing different hosts and things like that. That is not what we do. We are grown-ups. If you disagree with what they say, fine. You'll have your opportunity to talk to them because they're out and about in the community. But we're a family now, and so let's act like a family. If you got a disagreement, please keep it respectful.
Hey,
that's right.
I agree.
Come on, Miss Carol.
I appreciate you, Miss Carolyn. And like I said, mental health is real on the lines too.
Yes, it is.
When they call in, a lot of people, they need to take their medication, and they blood pressure be out. They need to get their blood pressure regulated.
Everybody's not going to agree with everything everybody
says. But now you thinking that everybody that call in got comprehension skills. So that's a whole nother conversation.
That is another conversation as well.
Okay. So I try to tell people, hey, God bless you, and don't let the devil stress you, okay?
Okay.
All right. So it is what it is. We outside. It is what it is. And when we dealing with a lot of things in our community, I always tell you the relationship concept is one thing that always pop up. You see people on social media arguing back and forth, even to the point where I just seen this recent post where this guy sent this woman $30 for lunch, and she said she tired of low energy vibrations because he only had $30 to send her for lunch. And I'd be like, they keep this stuff out here. I think this is purposefully done. I think this is done on purpose to keep the male and female ideas separate. And many times, a lot of people, when you are divided, a lot of people can gain ground when you're not working together as a team.
I think it's really crazy how, people are talking about certain things they don't do and this and this and this and that. First of all, he don't have to send you anything. People are just getting out of hand with this entitlement of what they think people should and should not do. If a man sends you lunch money, if he sent $10, that's $10 that he didn't send.
Right.
Me personally, it's the thought. I'm all about the thought.
Mm-hmm. It's the thought that counts.
The thought that counts, because he didn't have to send anything. I don't know. I'm just an appreciative person. So the fact that someone took the time out to think of you, to send you $30,
just to think about you.
Here's lunch for the day. So I don't know. These women are different. I guess I was brought up a little different. I'm all about the appreciation. Somebody send me some lunch money. Hey, I'm appreciative because I like to eat.
Hey, look, like I said, now they trying to measure your wallet and they ain't solid. All I'm saying is I see it all the time. And like I said, we have to get beyond the division.
Yes.
And I tell people, when you got love, when you lead with love, love breaks the division.
And then also when you have your own ladies, you're not really concerned about that. It's too many people out here just worried about what other people got in their pocket. If you got your own, then you're not really worried about it, seeking for a man to do. If anything, send him some lunch money. Hey, ladies, send your man some lunch money today. How about that?
Hey, look, it's just amazing when you can have these conversations, because that's not what they're putting out here. What they're putting out here is to keep you on one side of the fence, to keep you away from your partner or the person that you're supposed. See, you can go to work. A lot of guys say, okay, well, how can you go to work and listen to the boss, but then come home and treat your man like less than? You know what I mean? And that's a valid conversation.
Division.
That's a valid conversation, but we got to rise above that and understand that now the language should be, how can we serve each other?
That's right.
No matter what the disagreement is, okay, we said what we had to say. Now, how can we improve? How can we make it better? What changes need to be made? Discord, you should never go to sleep in discord
at all, because you never know.
You never know if that person, if they walk out the door and they don't come back, now you crying at the funeral, talk about the last thing y'all talked about was something that y'all may have said things y'all didn't mean, and that's a real thing. People in families, when they talking to their loved ones, many times they're in discord, and then something happens and now they at the hospital trying to say, I wish I hadn't had that, I shouldn't have said this, I shouldn't have said that. You should always think solutionary ideas. If you're working with someone, if you have to work as a team, you should always think, how can we figure this out?
If your mind is not set on resolve, then, some people just like it like that. Their mind is not set on resolve. They like to sit in it. You cannot sit in it. You have to be able to move forward. And if you're not able to move forward, then you don't need to be with nobody. You just stay by yourself.
I agree. Well, a lot of people want that companionship, though. Like they want, like I said, a lot of the times when we talk about relationships, it always derives from a low vibration. And we got to get into a higher vibration, which is servitude. That I say a lot of people don't want to serve in a relationship.
They do not.
They want to get the perks of having somebody around. Mm-hmm. And then when you trying to say, okay, I want to be in a relationship, that to me, that's a lose-lose situation. With relationship, when I hear the word relationship, I don't even want one of them. I don't, because to me, that's an idea that's like a what you call
low vibration, Tory.
Hey. I almost said something. All I'm saying is it's like a dump and pass. You know, it's like I'm gonna have this for a little while and then I'm gonna get another one.
Get the drive-by.
It's like a leasing a vehicle almost. It's like, you know, you getting
the lease.
You gotta, I'm gonna be beat for a little bit. I'm just leasing. I'm just renting this space for a little bit.
Put a couple miles on.
But if you do something I don't like, you know, God forbid that. All right, now I'm done.
Once the miles is up.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, you got to change it out.
That's rough.
And it seems like it because everybody didn't have 4 or 5 of these things.
Can't lease me. I'm good.
You know, I'm just saying that's what the 4 or 5 of them relationships and make me. You should be raising an eyebrow. Are we using the right strategy?
You know, there's people out here, like you said, they just want to keep on. You know, they don't want a partnership. It's some people out here, they okay with that. They don't want a partnership. They just want in their 40s and 50s. But those are the people that I see in my clinicals. You know, the kids not coming to see them, and then they get me, and I come in there, and they happy to see me, but, you know.
They looking for the love.
Listen, he want me to change them 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, nah, sweetheart, I'm the nurse. I don't do that.
Oh, wow.
Nurse.
Here we go. All right. Well, look, when we come back, I want to get your information. I want to, let everybody know how they can keep up with you. You lasted a while now on the show now, talking to this talk now. Got Truth Nation on the lines, got Truth Nation in the comments.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more discussion. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com. On Thursday night, the Milwaukee Panthers return home to host Horizon League Conference rival, the Oakland University Golden Grizzlies.
Eric steps through on a double team, scoop to score. 94 feet of EP offense. 6 seconds, McKee for 3, hit it! It's a 1-point game.
Scott Warris has the coverage Thursday starting at 6:30 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 7 o'clock.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Thank you, Truth Nation. Because of your unwavering and incredible support, we are proud to announce that we are officially sold out for our first annual Truth Community Awards. We are so excited to celebrate excellence, passion, and the power of community with you on Friday, February 28th at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. This will be an evening filled with entertainment, heartfelt stories, and celebrating our city with the 101.7 The Truth team. Congratulations to the 10 award recipients we will honor that night. They are Dr. Tamika Johnson, Eric Shake James, Ebony Solly, Carvel Brooks, Chris Abele, Walter Stern, Latrice Harris, Melody Madden, Justin McCoy, and Minister Kevin Simmons. Thank you for all of your positive contributions to the city of Milwaukee and beyond. The Truth Community Awards is presented by Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. Visit paysbig.com. Sponsored by Community Advocates, where meeting basic needs inspires hope. And brought to you by the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk. You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Double up, 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up, I ain't telling no lies, I just, yeah. I ain't telling no lies, I just
The award-winning 1017 The Truth proudly celebrates Black excellence in the most monumental moments in our history. Tune in all month long as we celebrate the voices, the stories, and achievements that have shaped our history and inspired our future. 1017 The Truth celebration of Black History Month is sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, Educators Credit Union, the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin, and American Family Insurance. Also, Truth Nation, our first annual Truth Community Awards this Friday. We will be kicking it off with the front lines. Hey, award! I love awarding the people on the front lines. Congratulations to our 10 award recipients. We will honor Dr. Tamika Johnson, Eric Shake James, Ebony Shay Lee, Carvel Brooks, Chris Abele, Walter Stern, Latrice Harris, Melody Madden, Justin McCoy, and Minister Kevin Simmons. The Truth Community Awards is presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Your win is waiting. Visit paysbig.com. Sponsored by Community Advocates, where meeting the basic needs inspires hope. Music provided by our very own Midwest mixer, Doc B. Salute to Doc B. Hey, look, it's gonna be a powerful time. The Truth Community Awards is sold out. Hey, you gonna hear about it. Yeah, if you ain't getting no ticket, you go out to hear about it. We outside. We got a guest in the studio. We got Victoria Flanagan in studio.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, look, you've been having the chat going crazy in the chat. They've been trying to chime in.
Hey, y'all.
They've been trying to chime in. How can people keep up with you?
So I am on Facebook, Victoria Flanagan. You know, y'all can look me up. I'm also on Instagram. I don't know if I can say my Instagram name, but yeah, find me
on Instagram.
My Instagram name is a little different.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Hey. All right. Hold up. Hey. I guess, hey, now we curious now. Hey, now Truth Nation curious. But while they looking you up, look you up online. We got a situation. Milwaukee car fire. Boy found dead. 4 charged in connection to the homicide. 4 people have been arrested and charged in connection with the death of 15-year-old Micaiah Neal. We got video, if y'all watching as we broadcast live on YouTube. Let's listen.
A 15-year-old begged to be taken to the hospital after being shot when the man who did it killed him. The boy was later found dead in a burning car.
4 people have now been charged in connection to this homicide. Fox 6's Ashley Sears live in the newsroom. Ash, investigators, they're saying how they've connected the dots here.
Yeah, Ben, a criminal complaint explains police used cell phone records and surveillance to help make the arrest. Investigators say after the teen was killed, the defendants helped to try to destroy evidence by lighting a car on fire.
Oh, wow.
Is my time on the bench. This is probably the most heinous case I've ever had to read about.
Weeks after a 15-year-old boy was found dead in a burning car, the man accused of killing him, now charged with the crime.
Do you understand your bail, Mr. Roby? You have to speak out loud.
Charles Roby didn't have much to say during his initial appearance in court Monday, but prosecutors say he led a group to help him cover his tracks after killing 15-year-old Mekhi Neal.
This is highly, highly sinister and aggravated behavior. There's absolutely no signs of remorse of what he's done.
Investigators say Roby and DJ Chandler had been hanging out with the teen on February 10th when Roby accused Neal of stealing a gun and took it from him. A criminal complaint says Neal began calling his cousin to tell him what happened when Roby shot the teen. Prosecutors say the boy was yelling to be taken to the hospital when Roby drove off with Neal. Investigators say Roby called a friend with Shatiana Williams and her mother listening. He said he had to finish the victim off because he was afraid he would tell on him. The women were later seen buying a can of gas for Roby, according to police. Neal's body was found in a burning car with 8 gunshot wounds about an hour later.
This is conduct that is very concerning. It's a complete disregard for the safety of others, for the safety of the community.
All 4 defendants were in court today for their initial appearances. Roby is being held on a more than $500,000 bond. He's due back in court for his preliminary hearing next week.
Oh, wow. Now, these grown folks, these are older adults. When I see these stories, when I talk about this, and we talked about it when it first happened, we urged the community, if they knew something, to come forward. Salute to MPD for resolving this. Salute to those that have stepped forward to try to bring some resolve to the situation. But when I saw the faces of the people that were involved in this, the ages 24, 21, 39, you know what I mean? And this happened to a young 15-year-old. You would have thought that as an older, you would try to use certain things as a teachable moment, but look what took place.
It's these moments where it's heartbreaking because what is this young man doing around these grown-ups? Where is the mother? Where is the father? It's just heartbreaking because what else is going on where he's not hanging around kids his own age? Because the first thing that comes is he plays football. Okay, well, why isn't he hanging out with the football players? Like what's going on? We have to dig deeper into that, and definitely, prayers out to his family.
Right.
But this is a 15-year-old kid hanging out with grown-ups and a gun.
And the thing is, I guess this Chandler, DJ Chandler, I guess they thought that he took something from him, and obviously he was upset. But what I'm saying is, why was the thought to respond to this young 15-year-old in such a way to where now you shot him, then he was still alive, wanting to go to the hospital. You call your brother or somebody and to come and join to get involved in this. I mean, and then it started to grow from there. But what I'm saying is the decision making, the understanding of we can. There's other ways to resolve discord
because this is a child,
right? Hey, once again, Truth Nation, when we talk about these things, I just, my heart goes out to those that are affected negatively from this situation. But once again, you got a 15-year-old out here in the streets, something going on with a gun, and then you have this adult, somebody that's supposed to be in an older position, taking things a little bit to the point where he got others involved and tried to clean it up. Making sure that you're doing this to a young 15-year-old boy.
This is sad.
Hey, it's nothing. What I'm saying is this: the psychological, the whole scenario. You know what I mean? Where's the many times where the empathy is? Somebody said this is poor decision making. Now instead of less than 20, he can get life. Poor decision making. You know what I mean? So. once again, my condolences go out to the family. Nobody should have to suffer this way. But like I said, where are the ideas of family? Where's the village? Where's the village in this situation? I'm sure the family is speaking out or maybe making posts about this. I would love for them to call in or talk about it on the show. This is a lot going on.
Our city, we got to do better. We have to do better.
Well, look, Victoria, I appreciate you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, look, we got to go part 2.
Part 2, the village.
The village, and, really talk about how this village should look and how we can make it stronger, because I'm all for those ideas, regroup, rethink, and reshape.
Let's push our purpose, Milwaukee.
Push the purpose. Hey, pushing P.
Pushing P.
All right. Well, I appreciate you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth
Till
Nation,
next time.
we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Bucks fans, join us for our 414 All Nights, a celebration of our diverse fan base where we showcase fan stories and highlight their unique and impactful contributions to our community. Come for the amazing Bucks basketball action. Stay for the recognition of our amazing fan base at our 414 All Nights, where diversity is embraced and every fan is celebrated. Go to bucks.com/impact for dates and details.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Dr. Ken Harris with his truth.
In life, our journey is not meant to be walked alone. As much as self-reliance and independence are celebrated, we need an inner circle, a group of trusted friends who uplift, challenge, and remind us of our purpose. Your inner circle is more than just companionship. It's your compass. These are the people who see your potential when self-doubt clouds your vision, who tell you the truth even when it's uncomfortable, and who stand beside you when the weight of the world feels unbearable. The value of an inner circle is not just in the emotional support, but in accountability. They hold us to our highest standards, ensuring we don't settle for mediocrity. It's through this circle that we refine our thoughts, grow in character and courage to face life's battles. Today is no exception. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, energize you, and believe in your dreams as much as you do. They will then shape your growth, strengthen your resilience, and celebrate your victories. James Baldwin once said, "The place in which I will fit will not exist until I make it." Your inner circle is part of that place, a foundation for your growth, your success, and most importantly, belonging.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, weekdays from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. The creator economy is growing. Goldman Sachs believes that industry could roughly double in size over the next 5 years, with platforms like TikTok helping more people build their own brands and reach a bigger audience. As founder and CEO of the Creative Collective, Amani Ellis is at the forefront, building a community for diverse voices in the creator economy. And Ellis says it was pretty easy for her to get the idea of the Creative Collective off the ground.
I invited a few friends over to my one-bedroom apartment,
10 people turned into 30 people, turned into 50 people. And I realized there was truly just so much hunger for education, sharing, and resources. And that's how the Creative Collective and then ultimately CultureCon was born.
CultureCon is an offshoot of the Creative Collective, a series of conferences that bring together diverse people in the creator economy. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The Milwaukee Bucks will look to extend their 4-game win streak to 5 as they are in Houston to take on the Rockets. Giannis speaking after the win on Sunday over the Miami Heat on the new-look Bucks.
With Bobby not being with us right now and me being on minutes restriction or Dame not playing the previous game, gives a lot of opportunity for guys to come in and play some extra minutes, get to their spots.
Bucks Rockets tip-off set for 7 p.m. tonight. Over to college hoops, where the 21st ranked Marquette Golden Eagles will play host to Providence tonight. That game is set to begin at 6 p.m. And lastly, we'll stick with college hoops as the 11th ranked Badgers also in action tonight. They'll host Washington with that scheduled to begin at 8 p.m. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Girl face so pretty, I can only think of missionary. Dad make the beat switch, turn up, give $1 million to him. Right now I got so many villas booked, I don't like a billing to him. Dirk's boy told me Marvin's Room was his favorite song, he was drilling to it. 1,000 rapping murder and like 10 that'll really do it. Savage, you the only checking on me when we really in some.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they have been proudly serving our community for over 26 years from their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee. Their dedication and quality to customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. They offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sport outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpressions.com. That's greatimpressions.com. Great Impressions, we are here when you need us. Hey, powerful. Also, calling all Black-owned business owners and entrepreneurs. Are you looking for a place to share your story and grow your reach? We have teamed up with Associated Bank for our 4 Black-owned business owners to share their story. Each quarter, 4 lucky business owners will win an opportunity to spotlight their brand and journey on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. To sign up for your business spotlight interview, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone right here on The Truth. For official contest rules, you guessed it, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC. Joining me on the lines, advocate, author Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Salute, King. All is well.
Hey,
happy Tuesday.
Look, happy Tuesday. Hey, look, we been talking about mental health and relationships when it comes to dealing with each other and the mental health that comes with dealing with someone as you try to grow together. A powerful conversation.
Absolutely. Anytime we're talking about relationships and our mental health, because they run concurrent.
Right.
You can't have one without the other, especially in our community, because the trauma and our mental health, we never was able to receive repair. So a lot of that is generational, and we perpetuate that every day unknowingly, our subconscious. And I mean, it happens without even knowing that it's happening, and what we don't understand, a lot of people put the emphasis on, the sexual relationship, but it's bigger than just a relationship with somebody else. It's the relationship that you have with yourself. And a lot of us is not living our truth because we've been programmed to live a lie and depend on sources outside of ourselves instead of going inward to deal with, the traumas and the stresses and the pressures that come along with life. And the sad reality with that, it goes back to our infancy. You know, I was having a conversation with one of the community people, and I was telling them, you know, we don't understand, especially as women, that all the eggs we carry, you know, is our grandchildren, great grandchildren. When I had my daughter, like all the eggs that I have is generations and generations to come, you know. And one thing I didn't know was the fact, you know, and I speak about it often, that the traumas that had came upon me in my infancy when I gave birth to my daughter, because your child emotions become your emotions because I carried them for 9 months.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So she was broken even before she got broken, you know? And a lot of times we don't get that deep because we so busy just trying to make it happen. And then we get into this world and they tell you everything that you need to be doing, get a house, get a car, you got to have this, you got to have that, you know, and what the main thing they not telling you is that you need to check for you. The first thing, you know, when we start to grow up, they saying, look, you need to do this, you need to do that. Nothing pertained to that self-sufficiency. Everything we ever needed was outside of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the reality, or we was taught that it was outside of us, when in reality, everything you need is within yourself. And we have to learn how to tap in and how to become a best friend to ourselves. Because a lot of us in these relationships, we become who we needed them to be and then be mad at them because they couldn't be who we wanted them to be. They have to be who they are.
I think that's an excellent point. I think that is an excellent point. We're so busy trying to, or even people, like you said, you have to focus on you first, because if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. And that's huge in our community. You're so busy trying to love on somebody else and you so broken. And then you wondering why it's not working. It's not working because you're not working. You haven't even done the work for yourself first.
Right, but you know, they don't give us a platform to do that. You know, ever since we was young, they tell us to go outside of ourselves, you know, help somebody to make you feel good. No, helping yourself. Like, you are the foundation of the house. If it's a crack in you, everything you doing really ain't, you know, genuine. But it's easy for me to fix you because then I don't have to look at me.
Wow.
It's easy for me to come and handle your house because I don't want to deal with my house. So a lot of us is quick to give a helping hand, and those of us that have the least always wind up giving the most. And I've been saying it for the last couple of days that there's an African proverb that said, if a naked man is giving you his shirt, you need to be questioning that because no one should give you their last. Because, again, you have to love yourself enough to stop somebody else that you claim you love from hurting you.
And the thing is, when I see people dealing with each other, I think that many times when you don't have a plan for each other, like many times it's the same thing. They can go to work, they can go to school, they can fall in line with that. But when they come back to the place where it's supposed to be the most secure, it's no organization to it. It's all over the place, you know, and that.
Not at all.
And I think that many times it starts with you saying, okay, this is how I'm going to conduct things myself. Many times you have to start with you before you start giving out instructions to others, because if you give out instructions and you're not really doing it, you're gonna break your own rules. So I think that many times people don't have any structure within because they don't want any structure within. They're looking for structure outward, not inward.
Well, I don't think it's not that they don't want it. It's like we've been misled. Everything they trained us or programmed us to do is for our own demise. Again, love starts within, you know. When from the time kindergarten on up, especially as a black woman, they telling you what the beauty standard is. So a lot of us is feeling inadequate from day one because that's not what I look like, you know. A lot of the times we're disrespecting ourselves every day because we're trying to match what the world said we should do. Even has adults. I'm seeing so many broken 40, 50, 60-year-olds who still trying to get it on Instagram, don't know how to get out the way, you know? And a lot of times that's due to the inaccuracies that, or the competencies that we've been given throughout life. I mean, when you look
attention driven, not mission driven.
I make it my business to give myself positive affirmations every day.
Yes.
When I brush my teeth, I make sure I look into the mirror and tell myself, I love you, Liz. I love you. Because that's speaking to everything, all the negative thoughts, all the negative notations, all the things the world done told me.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you truly start to love yourself, it's only when you can look at somebody that look like you and love them too.
Self-care is extremely important. You have to take that time out for self. It doesn't even matter. 30 minutes of quiet time is extremely important. Just for self.
Absolutely.
To get your thoughts together, to get your day, just to organize whatever you have going on for that day.
You need to prepare for it. Absolutely.
Hey, and then there was a conversation about men's mental health and dealing with relationships, and many times that goes off the radar. They have all these concepts and they talk about these things, but many times we forget that we are each other's checkpoints.
Absolutely.
We have to check on each other. Right.
The masculine and the feminine, and especially in the Black community, because everything we look at every day is showing us the divide.
Yes.
It's to separate us.
Yes.
And the killer is, I'm nothing, Tory, if you feel like you nothing. Because I am you.
Yes.
There is no power in me without you. The masculine and the feminine is the superpower. You understand? But if I can get you to believe that you ain't nothing, and you can get me to believe that I ain't nothing, then everybody else can continue to feast on our community and our children and our brokenness of wanting to feel like we're somebody. So we go out and we splurge on all of these things like it's going to fill that empty hole. No, we're so broken. We're so distraught because we don't know how to come together. Because a lot of times, I know for me, and I'm speaking for myself, that in these relationships, I came in broken. And hurt people only know how to hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found somebody who else was hurting, and we became a perfect storm of dysfunction. So the reality of it is, it's like, we have to have real conversations with each other because a lot of our pain didn't stem from us.
It's years,
and
like
so
you
it's
said,
like that
those years and years
analogy of the absolutely, and that's the analogy of the ants in the jar. First of all, they're taken out of their regular habitat, and then they inside this jar, and the hand that's shaking this jar got us tearing each other apart. It's not that we want to tear each other apart, but if they shaking the jar and got us, we already traumatized. Everybody in the Black community walking around with PTSD because truly the world is against everything that we stand for. And the sad part is when you think about the tragedy of slavery and everything else, that's when we was more intact. And right now, what we call freedom, man, and now we free. Now here we are with all of these podcasts talking about, passport bros and females saying they don't need no man and how much you got to be a six-figure brother and we're the brokest. Like, it just not adding up.
And we not going to
Cheesecake Factory. And we have to make sure that we understand that, yes,
it's crazy.
Everything they telling us, everything they showing us
to divide
is
us.
To divide, because when we're divided, everybody else wins. Everybody else community is thriving. Ours not.
And we don't
Ours not. We are the foundation. We're
right.
the heart that pumps the blood to every extremity on the body that we call America. That's us.
All right. Well, look, when we come back, I want to get your final thoughts on the show today, Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Milwaukee Black Talk.
And Joe Biden wasn't very controversial. He wasn't. Now, he might have done some things in his long, storied past, but if you all have been in the same line of work for 46 years, you probably have done some questionable things too. Joe Biden was a safe choice. He was a level of common sense. He was a level of stability. He was a familiar political commodity. Democrats don't have that right now. Democrats are caught with their pants completely down.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I walk on the shoulders of giants who have come before me.
I am ASAP and Maya Angelou.
I am Marva Collins and Frederick Douglass.
From A to Z, I celebrate, emulate, and commemorate their example.
This is part of the Declaration of Excellence Milwaukee College Prep Scholars recite, not just during Black History Month, but each and every morning, because our students don't just honor history, they're determined to shape it. Enroll your scholar at MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
When you've been seriously injured, you'll need a team with knowledge and experience to get the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Don't know what clarity is. I've been running for more than a few years. I am. Chop out the doors again. Chop out the doors out the bench. Whip up the bowl again. Jumping out low. Sipping on again. I'm back in that mode. Told all the dogs work the other one. We got another one.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show, DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. A powerful conversation today, Elizabeth Brown. Hey, this is a much needed conversation right now when we talk about building, when we talk about working and getting the real work done instead of being distracted by all of the things that we have to look at on social media, deal with concepts that have been that they tried to program inside of us. This is a great conversation for today's time.
It is. It's the perfect time because, again, we're on the other side of, turning what they told us was upside down, right side up. And I think that it's the foundation of who we are, of knowing that I am you and you are me. And together we are our strongest. People don't tell you how the masculine and the feminine getting together and that energy in itself manifests greatness. If the vibration that I'm on is about building and the vibration that you are on is about building, that's sacred. They don't tell you that that's a superpower. They don't tell you that when you get married to somebody and y'all both decide that things are going to get better and you start to create or manifest the best things you ever been. You know, when you see some of the greatest individuals, it's because they got the balance of the masculine and the feminine. You're able to be the best you can be, and I'm able to be the best I can be, and then we're able to raise the best children, and we're able to build the best schools and the best. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a garden. Everything's supposed to work for the greater good of this universal plane. And when we're broken, everything we stand for suffers. And the sad part is the more we talk about it every day, the more we realize that the pain and the hatred that we have in our hearts for each other is for ourselves because it was programmed in us. The hardest thing I ever had to do was sit down and ask me, Liz, who are you to you? Who is Liz? Outside of what the world told you, outside of what your mama wanted you to be. You know what I'm saying? Who are you to you? Because a lot of times we become everything for everybody else and don't know who the hell we are to ourselves. And when you get lost like that, it's easy to be manipulated into somebody else's plan because you don't have one for yourself. And that's what they have done to us. When you think about all the negative notations that go with being black, everything black is destructive, you know. The black cake, devil's food cake. Black ball, blacklisted. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you think about all the pictures that we see, we drug dealing, we pimping, we beating, we stealing. And in reality, the program that gave us that was them. We wasn't a violent people. We are not a violent people. We are a product of our environment. When we think about the red listing, you know what I'm saying? When we think about the school to prison pipeline, we think about all of these systematic things that got us looking at each other like we're each other's enemy. And every time we look up, we're fighting for everybody else because it's hard to go and face the reality that everybody we fought for was winning the whole time because we didn't know to fight for ourselves.
Hey, look, Queen, I'm gonna tell you, Queen, the more we are able to send that frequency of love out to the community and have these discussions, I think that many times you start the change of planting the seed.
Yes.
And that's what we did today. It sounded powerful today. It was real
great.
powerful.
It was great. We was pushing the purpose.
Nothing but love.
Well, Queen, I appreciate you for being on these front lines as usual. And we got a lot of work to do.
Hey, as always, King. Let's get it. One love. Salute.
All right, Victoria Flanagan, thank you for hanging around. You didn't hang around all day.
Listen, I appreciate
you. Had the chat going crazy. Hey, great topic today. Hey, look, you continue to do what you do and continue to do the work. I'm going to have you come on and talk about The Village Part 2.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Tory, Lowe from Waterfall. Green don't always mean go. Let's get it.
All right, keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go. And look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
Sometimes it's how you stand up. LUP the man, cause a brand that the fans trust. So even if they ban us, they'll never slow my plans up. Already the show goes on all night till the morning. Dreams so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. Show goes on all right.
It's Kyle Wallace, host of Truth to Power on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, and I want you to tune in every day from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. as I engage in a community conversation I know you want to hear. From topics like our property tax bill price hike, which I know had us all shaking our heads, to the incredible MPS students getting millions of dollars worth of scholarships to pursue their dreams, I have you covered, Milwaukee. So tune in to Truth to Power every day from noon to 1 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Here at the new 101.7 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud